बट ये आज का क्लास है, यूट्यूब में हम लोग डालेंगे just for 1 week. We will keep and then we will remove it. All right, so now once more I will just take you through. First there will be one video which will be played, which will be about what is hoodoo, general concept, and hum log matlab in the class what I bring in, whichever is coming, and then I will give a small break of where you can clear your doubts, then about orishas, then a break, then you can clear your doubts, and then last will be the tip section which I will take you all through. Okay, so is it clear? Because you cannot unmute, you'll have to just show your thumbs up whoever is online. All right, ठीक है. I hope you all can hear me clearly and everything is perfect. Chalo, ठीक है. So we will start with the first video. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Hope you all liked the Orisha video which I had put last time. Today it's going to be a simple basic video, or I don't know if this video is coming first and that is coming later because I took all the videos together. So before you people think what is a Orisha video, we didn't see the video, and I just said what I felt like saying. What is hoodoo is what I'm going to talk in this video, but actually this is one of the videos, or this is one of the classes which I took as a free Zoom class also, but then I decided we will make it as notes so that in future, or we'll make it as a video so that in future anyone and everyone who wants to know what is hoodoo, they will come to know. Alright, hoodoo is not a religion. First thing, it is not as Wicca, it is not as our Hindu religion. Hoodoo is purely not a religion. Hoodoo is magic, and how one works with the magic and how one creates the magic. That is what is hoodoo. And the founder of this magic in hoodoo was everyone's ancestors. Yes, you heard me right. Ancestors. Because in hoodoo it is believed that your ancestors, your god, the gods were your ancestors. So who invented them? Ancestors. Again, hoodoo is not an American conjure, so please take it out of the mind. It is basically an African and an American conjure. And many people come and ask me, the way we make voodoo dolls, in hoodoo also they make dolls. Yes, in hoodoo there are dolls, but it is called as nikisi, which is Nkisi. Basically these are dolls, but in hoodoo these dolls are not done for harming someone. For example, in my hoodoo workshop I teach how to make a money doll, I teach how to make a protection doll, not with the cloth the way in voodoo is done with cloth and with all that stuff. My way of teaching is completely different. So we these dolls, what do these dolls do? They bring in money. What do these dolls do? They bring in protection. They heal us. Basically they heal us from inside out, and they create the magic in our lives. Because again, um, I don't know why I keep going back to the thing. People say hoodoo, how many spells you teach us, how many oils I will learn, how many powders I will. It's not that. It is much more than that, is what you people need to understand. Again, for example, we work with, say, coffin nails or nails in hoodoo. But the nails is your intent and your energies. It is not to create harm. Because even in hoodoo or voodoo or anything you see, unless you decide to create harm, then only it is harm. If you decide not to create harm, then nothing is, nothing is going to be harmful. Now coming back to, in hoodoo, we call the mojo bags as the giri bags. If you see, I don't know if you have noticed or not, most of the giri bags are red in color in hoodoo. Because why red? Because we believe that red is the god of protection, and red, again, we respect the menstrual blood, or we respect the blood magic. We work with the blood magic. So for us, red mojo bag is a proper thing. So a traditional mojo bag in hoodoo is giri. You know one thing, actually speaking, if someone gives you a hoodoo mojo bag, which is a giri, it should not be shown to anyone. It should be kept hidden somewhere. In fact, there are certain procedures which you should follow while handling this giri, and then only that mojo bag or the giri, what you say, will give you the desired results, or else you will not get the results at all. Hoodoo is not just candles. If you're going to think that I'm going to go and learn hoodoo, so I'm going to learn few candle spells, no, I'm very sorry, it is not candles. It is learning of, I myself teach, I think, 5 to 6 lamps. It is lamps, powders, dolls. traditionally connecting with your orishas, because that is much more important. You need to connect with your orishas, right? You need to know how to work with the orisha properly. So hoodoo is that. And in hoodoo we strongly believe one thing: if your ancestors are happy, then believe me, you are going to be happy. There's no looking back for you. But are you keeping your ancestors happy is what matters. So to keep your ancestors, for example, I want to show you all. This is one stick which we are going to bring in this upcoming hoodoo class. I think by the time next year and all, this would have become the old hoodoo sticks. These are the ancestor sticks. Again, only a Horisha priestess or a priest, I mean the Oriate or the Babalua, can energize these and make these and give to people. Sometimes, in fact, I have heard that a priest or a priest sometimes doesn't give it to everyone. She just gives it to a few people. He just gives it to a few people. So hoodoo, again, as I said, we believe in that. Ancestral work. Now you might wonder, oh, ancestral work. So Pinky ji will ask us to do this, do that, do this, and make big things. Nothing like that. Yes, there are detailed ancestral works, or else I'll tell you a simple ancestral work. Your ancestors will be happy just with a glass of water and a candle which you can burn 10 minutes a day. I'm telling it very truthfully to you. Just a 10 minutes a day candle with a glass of water is more than enough. Yes, there are steps involved in hoodoo. You have to understand that there are steps involved in hoodoo. First step is cleansing. Now what is cleansing? Not my body cleansing alone. Everything around me has to be cleansed, right? Today I cleanse myself, I cleanse my house. But if I don't cleanse the energies around me, do you think it will be good? It's not going to be good. So everything has to be cleansed. Everything has to be worked on. After cleansing, again protection. When I say protection, anything and everything around me has to be protected. Then comes sending enemies away from my life. The last thing comes is bringing luck, bringing money, bringing career, whatever I need to bring. So that is how a hoodoo is a step-by-step process. And hoodoo is just not that anything and everything, because I always say, learn this craft and rule your life. Just don't learn it for the sake of learning it, not knowing how to work with this craft. So if you really want to be successful, learn the craft properly through proper ways and proper channels and rule the craft. Ruling the craft is something which will make you a proper, powerful hoodoo practitioner, and in future a hoodoo priestess or a priest. Alright. Again, in hoodoo, energies. When we say energies, it depends not only our intuition, it is psychic energies, it is our faith, it is our ancestral guidance. A lot of things are again involved. Hoodoo protections are, you have simple protections, you have complicated protections. So it is good to learn both. Now when I teach both. I teach simple ones and I also teach complicated ones. Hoodoo is enormous knowledge. I will tell you something. When I started hoodoo classes, I would have had few things. Later on I would have added more things, but this time I'm adding much more things. So hoodoo just keeps growing and growing. In fact, that is why this time I told people that who have already done hoodoo with me and they want to redo it with me, what they can do is they can join it for some lesser fee, so that they can learn the new things which I'm bringing in. So it is extreme and it is huge knowledge which you will be getting. So you need to understand that, because I have been in this field since 2015, and I have just, over the years, even today I feel there are certain things in hoodoo which I need to learn more, I need to practice more. It's what I feel. Though people say that you know everything, but I feel I need to learn more. So learn the craft and rule the craft is my rule. Hoodoo should be your inner calling. Hoodoo should not come because the name hoodoo has come or your mentor has asked you to join, because in Nigeria, in Africa, they don't call you and say come do hoodoo, come do hoodoo. No, it has to be your own inner calling. In the American African culture also, they don't call you and ask you to do hoodoo. It has to be your calling, because hoodoo is when our ancestors tell us, go join the course and go learn from the right person, because your issues are going to get resolved and you are going to get the desired result what you want. That is why it makes our journey not only magical, but it makes our journey even spiritual. So you need to understand that to make the journey magical yet spiritual, you need to work on your inner calling. Alright. Root work. What does a root work do? It does not just improve your life, it works with your roots. I might have some healing to be done inside me. Now it works on that healing. That I might have some energies which are blocking me. I might be my own hindrance. I might be my own blockages. I might be a person who is just stopping my own growth. I don't know, but I think outside the growth is getting stopped. There are people jealous of me, there are people doing this, there are people doing this. That is why my growth is not happening. Someone has done something on me, and that is why I'm not growing. But sometimes we are our own blockage creators. So that is what a hoodoo does. It makes you to work with root work. When I say root work, cleansing and working on your roots first and then working on the roots of the others. What do I teach? I teach about the orishas in detail. I teach ancestral work. I teach crossroads work. I teach dirt work. And then I teach graveyard work. I teach even dolls, giri bags, powerful lamps. And I take 15 plus oils, powders, spells. At the same time, I also make you to learn who your orisha is. I also work with some tobacco work and lots more things I teach. So that is what it is. So as I said, if you really want to work with hoodoo, work with it if it is your inner calling, and as I said, learn the craft and rule the craft and grow into this magical spiritual journey. Okay, so I shall put the unmute button. If someone has doubts, एक एक करके आप हाथ उठा देना यहाँ side में. I'll come to know you have doubts and then I will start, you know, calling you by the thing and you can unmute. रुक एक मिनट हाँ. हाँ चलो. Now you can unmute one by one and ask if there's anyone having any doubts.
Ma Rupali here.
Please put your hand up. 2 मिनट हाथ उठा. मैडम यहाँ पर हाथ उठा पहले. पूजा बोलो.
मैम जैसे अगर हम किसी का चार्ट देखते हैं, कुंडली देखते हैं सपोज, और उसमें पितृ दोष आता है, तो क्या हम हुडू के थ्रू वो हम उसको क्योर कर सकते हैं एंसेस्टर्स हीलिंग में?
हाँ जी, एंसेस्टर क्लीनिंग, यस यू कैन.
थैंक यू.
बोलो रूपाली जी.
हाँ माँ, जैसे दो चीज है. एक तो पूजा ने जो पूछा एंसेस्टर हीलिंग, तो एंसेस्टर हीलिंग हुडू में नया कॉन्सेप्ट अभी आ रहा है, जो नया
नहीं,
कोर्स है या?
तुम लोगों ने भी एक एंसेस्टर हीलिंग सीखा था, तुम लोग वही
हाँ.
हीलिंग कर सकते हो.
अच्छा. एंड जैसे आपने बोला ना कि कोई कोई नई चीजें आ रही है, तो हम लोग भी रिफ्रेशर कोर्स जैसे अटेंड कर सकते हैं उसको, मतलब
कर सकते.
पर ऑनलाइन होगा, चलेगा ना मतलब?
ऑनलाइन ही होगा बिकॉज 15 ऑलरेडी इन पर्सन 15 बंद हो चुके हैं रजिस्ट्रेशंस. सो नाउ इट्स ओनली गोइंग टू बी ऑनलाइन बिकॉज यहाँ पर तो यू हैव सीन माय प्लेस, तो 15 से ज्यादा आई कैन नॉट अकोमोडेट. तो नाउ द रेस्ट 15 विल बी ऑनलाइन.
हाँ, बाकी तो हमारा सेम ही रहेगा. उड़ीसा वाले तो हमको पता ही है हमारा कौन सा.
हाँ.
ठीक है, आप बता देना बाद में कैसे क्या करना है ओशुन.
ओके. स्नेहा.
Yeah, hi ma'am, good evening.
गुड इवनिंग.
मैम आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क, जैसे कहते हैं हमारे यहाँ की एंसेस्टर्स हीलिंग, मतलब वो लड़कियां नहीं करती हैं, सिर्फ लड़के ही करते हैं. सो इन हुडू दैट कॉन्सेप्ट, हाउ डज दैट वर्क एक्चुअली?
We work with both the side ancestors. Basically, all our ancestors are the gods. That is what we say in Hoodoo. हमारे Hoodoo में कहा जाता है कि भगवान हमारे पितृ थे. They were only our ancestors. So now God is one. For me, it's only one divine light which is up, and there's not much. Be it any modality, any religion, there's only one white light. So everyone falls under the same ancestral religion. So we follow that you can work on both ancestors because we don't call on our lineage names. They say, I will not say Pinky Punjabi's lineage. I will say my ancestors. Now my ancestors will be mine, my mother's, my husband's, everyone's ancestors. So it is basically our ancestors. So we do a combined ancestral work.
सो एज अ फीमेल वी कैन डू, नहीं तो यूजुअली बोलते हैं कि नहीं लड़के ही करते हैं या वॉट एवर इट इज.
हम लोग यहाँ पर जैसे हिंदुइज्म में किया जाता है, वी डोंट फॉलो दैट. वी हैव अ डिफरेंट वे ऑफ हैंडलिंग द वर्किंग विद एंसेस्टर्स. सो इवन अ वुमन कैन डू इट.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू मैम.
यस ज्योत्सना.
गुड इवनिंग मैम.
गुड इवनिंग.
मैम आई वांट टू आस्क टू थिंग्स. आपने जो बताई कि स्पेल्स, पाउडर्स, तो दीज विल ऑल बी टीचर taught us in this course.
हाँ जी, मतलब जो कोर्स हम लोग लेके आ रहे हैं सितंबर में अभी का कोर्स है. सितंबर 25th 26th 27th इज द कोर्स.
मैम
हाँ जी
सॉरी मैम, वो एडवांस कोर्स है या इसी कोर्स का
नहीं,
पार्ट है?
इसमें बेसिक के साथ एडवांस. इस कोर्स तो सिर्फ इंट्रोडक्टरी कोर्स है. हम लोग जो 24th 25th 26th 27th लेके आ रहे हैं उसमें there will be little basics, little advanced, and then you will be knowing who is your orisha, which is the main concept where you start your work. जैसे मैंने बोला था, मैं एक और वीडियो में डालूंगी इसके बाद where you will know what an orisha is and why you need to know your orishas. तो ये सब उसमें कवर होगा.
ओके. एंड मैम वन थिंग आई वांटेड टू नो कि क्या हम ये कोर्स करने के बाद आगे किसी को सिखा सकते हैं?
सिखा सकते हो, आप इनिशिएट नहीं कर पाओगे। देखो मेरा जो कोर्स होता है आप किसी को भी सिखा सकते हो, जैसे जो ऑयल्स, हर्ब्स, लैम्प्स आप सीखोगे वो आप सिखा सकते हो, बट यू कैन नॉट इनिशिएट, बिकॉज फॉर इनिशिएटिंग यू नीड टू बिकम एन ओरिशा प्रीस्टेस। उसका स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस होता है। तो हाँ, बट मैं आपको, अगर आप कोर्स ज्वाइन करते हो उसके बाद जब नेक्स्ट स्टेप आएगा मैं आपको बताऊंगी। अगर आप एक एक स्टेप करके सारे स्टेप्स खत्म करते जाओगे, in future you can also become an initiator and you can initiate others. But as of now, you can teach the course. You will not be able to tell them who their Orisha is. The way
ठीक है,
I will tell you who your Orisha is.
ठीक है, ठीक है, got
Okay.
it.
Okay. Thank you. बोलो पूजा।
माँ, इसी से रिलेटेड मेरा क्वेश्चन है। जैसे एंसेस्टर्स हीलिंग के लिए हम बोलते हैं कि घर का कोई मतलब मेल मेंबर या जो भी है, तो हम क्लाइंट के बिहाफ पे कर सकते हैं, उनका वहां पे मतलब प्रेजेंट होना जरूरी नहीं है।
नहीं, बिकॉज आपको आपका ओरिशा पता है, आपने हुडू किया है मेरे साथ। सो यू
जी।
कॉल ऑन योर ओरिशा एंड देन यू कनेक्ट विद देम एंड देन यू आस्क द ओरिशा टू कनेक्ट टू द क्लाइंट्स एंसेस्टर्स, एंड दैट इज हाउ यू गो. So your
Right.
Orisha will help you in connecting with the ancestors and getting the work done of your client also.
ओके, तो उसके बाद उनको पितृदोष की पूजा कराना इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड।
Not required.
परफेक्ट, थैंक यू माँ।
Thank you. Bolo Naina.
Ma'am, can you explain a little more about who are the ancestors? Like even our parents comes as our ancestors?
When it is our ancestors, these are people who are no more in this world and who have left us and gone. So they are the ancestors. So now these ancestors can be our great great grandfathers. For example, certain ancestors can be, if you see in those days, it was a village. Every one of the same caste used to stay in a village. They used to marry intercaste, मतलब अपने ही caste में marriage करते थे बराबर. तो फिर for example here down south they even marry your mama's son or your mama's daughter is married. So then the ancestor is same for both the lineages, right? So basically, ancestors are people who are no more in this realm and they have gone to the white light. So we connect with them. And basically, it is said that the God was the first form, and then God only created the human being, right? Whatever we say, Adam and Eve, Adam, Eva, जो भी हम लोग बोलते हैं, it is created by whom? It's created by God, right? So basically, God is the father of the whole universe. So that is why in Hoodoo we say our ancestors are our gods. And who founded Hoodoo? It has been founded by God, because God is one for everyone. Be it a woman of the house, be it a man of the house, be it a girl or be it a boy, God is only one. And for that God, everyone are his own children. So that's the reason those who are right now present, we will not consider them as ancestors. We will only consider the one who have left the soul, whose soul is no more here in this realm. They will be our ancestors.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else with any doubts? Poonam bolo.
हेलो मैम, गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening.
मैम मेरे टू क्वेश्चंस हैं एक्चुअली।
पूछिए।
फर्स्ट, लास्ट वेव में मेरे फादर इन लॉ एक्सपायर हो गए, तो उनके जैसे ही जाने के बाद जो विधि रहती है वो तो कंप्लीट थी, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि किधर ना किधर वो अच्छी तरह से नहीं की गई है, लैक ऑफ नॉलेज। क्योंकि मेरे फादर इन लॉ बंगाली है और वो अहमदाबाद में है ना, तो इतने रिचुअल फॉलो नहीं हुए जो प्रॉपर होने चाहिए। और जैसे वो एक्सपायर हो गए ना, उसके बाद बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है वन बाय वन।
Maybe that is why you have come for today's session, because मैंने वीडियो में एक जगह बोला था, Hoodoo is where your ancestors will tell you go, join and learn the course, because now the time has come for you to come out of the issues. क्योंकि हमारे जो ancestors हैं, जैसे आपके father-in-law recently गए हैं, maybe your father-in-law wants you to join the course so that you can work on the ancestral part and heal him, make him to be happy. Once he is happy, you can work on your other prospects. जैसे मैंने बोला था ना, cleansing है, protection है, सब है, एक एक करके आप सब पे काम करोगे, and then you will start attracting your luck back in your life, your happiness back in your life. So maybe that is the reason you have actually come.
या मैम, क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम जो हम लोगों ने कैंडल मास्टरिंग कैंडल किया था, उसमें जो एंसेस्टर रीडिंग है वो भी मैं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन पता नहीं कि मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि नहीं, मतलब कुछ तो लैक ऑफ हो रहा है करके,
हो रहा है।
सो दैट्स व्हाई मुझे ये ज्वाइन करना था।
यहाँ पर
दूसरा,
हमारे हुडू में हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना पूनम, हम लोग स्पिरिट से डायरेक्टली, मतलब स्पिरिट्स इन द सेंस, आप डरिए मत, वी कनेक्ट विद द एनर्जी ऑफ द पार्टेड सोल्स, एनर्जी ऑफ द एंसेस्टर्स। तो हमारा जो कैंडल मैजिक में आपने सीखा था, दैट इज बेसिकली हम लोग सारे एंसेस्टर्स को रख के हम लोग उनको प्रे करते हैं फॉरगिवनेस के लिए। यहाँ पर हम लोग पहले हमारे भगवान से कनेक्ट करते हैं, भगवान को बोलते हैं कि ये हमारे एंसेस्टर्स है, आप इनसे हमारा कनेक्ट करो, इनसे हमें खुश करा, and then we work with in that way. So here what happens is, आपके candle magic में the God intervention is not there. It is a universe which is intervening and giving you what you need. यहाँ पर your God is going to intervene and your divine is going to help you to come out of the issues. At the same time, I have always believed in one thing: if your ancestors are happy, you will be happy.
Yeah.
And ये मैंने अपने लाइफ में भी देखा है कि अगर हमें खुश रहना है तो हमें हमारे पितरों को खुश रखना ही चाहिए, चाहे वो लड़की के साइड से हो या लड़के के साइड से हो, पितृ पितृ होते हैं।
और दूसरा था कि हुडू में जैसे आई डोंट नो कि ये राइट क्वेश्चन है या नहीं, लेकिन
Any question is right because it will give knowledge to everyone. तो आप पूछो।
या ये अफ्रीकन जो सेफगार्ड्स होते हैं उनके साथ हमें वर्क करना रहता है, मतलब
अफ्रीकन सेटबैक्स मतलब
लास्ट टाइम माय हस्बैंड ऑर्डर पापा लेग्बा, ओके, तो
पापा लेग्बा इज वुडू, एलेग्वा इज हुडू। नाउ पापा लेग्बा देखो, हुडू और वुडू में डिफरेंस बहुत होता है। दे आर वुडू होती है एग्जैक्ट स्पिरिट्स, और हमारे जो यहाँ पर हम लोग हुडू करते हैं, दैट इज मोर वी कनेक्ट थ्रू द गॉड एंड देन वी कनेक्ट विद द स्पिरिट एनर्जीज। मैंने वही बोला कि स्पिरिट गॉड्स अलग होते हैं, एनर्जी ऑफ द स्पिरिट गॉड्स अलग होती है। तो यहाँ पर हुडू इज मच मोर ऑन अ इट वोंट स्केयर यू, इट विल नॉट मतलब कि अगर आपने ऑफरिंग गलती से नहीं दिया तो वो आपको डराएगा धमकाएगा, वो सब नहीं होता है। एंड इट इज गॉट नथिंग, जैसे मैंने बोला, मैंने स्टार्टिंग में बोल दिया, हुडू इज नॉट अ रिलीजन, हुडू इज बेसिकली मैजिक। सब लोगों को लगता है हुडू मतलब स्टैचूज रखते, मैं भी स्टैचूज रखती हूँ। इट्स नॉट राइट, क्योंकि मुझे पसंद है, मैं स्टैचूज रखती हूँ। अगर आपको स्टैचूज नहीं रखने तो बिना स्टैचूज के भी आप हुडू का काम कर सकते हो। जैसे मैंने बोला, एक ऐसा वाला जो मैंने डंडी दिखाया था मेरे वीडियो में, this stick itself is enough for you to keep for your ancestors and work, because this is again, as I had said, everyone doesn't get this, everyone is not blessed to get this, some of them only get, but there is a way and channeling of getting it. तो हमारा हुडू में डरने का कुछ नहीं है, we are just connecting with the divine, we are working with the divine, and we are making the divine to help us come out of the issues that we are working. And Papa Legba is completely a different scenario. Papa Legba प्योर वुडू होता है, वहां पर ऑफरिंग्स रखनी पड़ती हैं। वहां पर तो जैसे आपको, इफ देयर इज समवन हु हैज टू कीप फॉर एग्जांपल अल्कोहल रखना पड़ता है, सब है। हमारे हुडू में ऐसा नहीं, हमारे हुडू में दोनों चीजें चलती हैं। क्योंकि मेरी एक स्टूडेंट, रिसेंटली वन स्टूडेंट हैड जॉइंड हुडू, शी सेड मैम वी आर फ्रॉम जैन फैमिलीज, एंड मैंने सुना है कि हुडू में मांस मच्छी रखनी पड़ती है। जी नहीं, हम लोग ओबताला को दूध चढ़ाते हैं। और अगर जैसे मान के चलो एलेग्वा हो गया, एलेग्वा को बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं कि यू हैव टू ऑफर टू एलेग्वा ओनली रम, इट्स नॉट नीडेड। एलेग्वा लव्स ब्लैक कॉफी। पता है, इवन मोस्ट ऑफ यू ऑल, इफ यू वांट टू नो द कनेक्ट ऑफ एलेग्वा, ऑल यू नीड टू डू इज जस्ट रोस्ट अ कॉर्न, जो हम लोग भुट्टा बोलते हैं। वी रोस्ट अ कॉर्न and then we just apply a little bit of palm oil. यहाँ पर palm oil we don't get, we apply a little bit butter, we sprinkle cane pepper, यहाँ तो red chili flakes which you get in the pizza stores, and you just offer him in the crossroad. He will be the happiest person with 3 coins and 3 candies. Understood? So it is not scary, it is not something where you have to follow it ardently as a religion. नहीं।
मेरा एक एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करूंगी मैम। जो आपने भेजा था ना कैंडल पापा लेग्बा का, एक्चुअली क्या हुआ, मेरे हस्बैंड को करना था, तो वो मंडे से स्टार्ट करना था, राइट। लेकिन उस टाइम वो इतने टायर्ड थे ना, तो उन्होंने बोला पूनम मैं इस मंडे से नहीं करता हूँ, मैं नेक्स्ट मंडे से करता हूँ। मैंने कहा फाइन, क्योंकि टायर्ड बॉडी के साथ कुछ मत करो, अगर तुम फ्री हो गए, अगर ऐसा लगता है तब करना। और उन्होंने किया नहीं, और 3 बजे मेरी आंख खुली ना, व्हाट आई सॉ ना, कोई ओल्ड एज मैन विथ स्टिक खड़े थे वहां पे, एंड आई वाज जस्ट, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं कि मैं डरती हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे दिखते हैं कभी कभी रात को कि वो ट्रैवल स्पिरिट्स जो रहते हैं, तो मैंने देखा, तो मैंने हस्बैंड को बोला नेक्स्ट मंडे प्लीज फॉलो मत कर, मतलब वो ये मत करना, ब्रेक मत करना, नेक्स्ट मंडे से करना करके। क्योंकि मैंने गूगल पे सर्च किया तो उनकी कोई इमेज नहीं दिखी, लेकिन पता नहीं मुझे वो दिखे करके ऐसे स्टिक के साथ।
पापा लेग्बा डंडे के साथ ही दिखते हैं। What you saw was right. Yes, Papa Legba is always, he comes with a stick. That is what is Papa Legba. He has a stick. He's an old. He comes with a stick. So what you saw is Papa Legba only.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. मतलब really even he wants to work with, कि बोलते हैं ना कि जिनको हमारे पास आना है वो एक सोर्स ढूंढते हैं।
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Now iPhone X, I don't know who it is, so you will have to.
Karan.
Karan?
Karan.
Bolo Karan.
आदि मेरे को ये पूछना लाइक इसमें जैसे डर्ट्स के साथ भी वर्क होता है बोलते हैं हुडू पे,
किसके साथ?
डर्ट्स ग्रेवयार्ड डर्ट्स वगैरह
हाँ
के
जी,
साथ,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
तो वो चीजें मतलब थोड़ी वो हो जाती है ना कि ग्रेवयार्ड की डर्ट लाना फिर उस पे वर्क करना।
It is not necessary, Karan, that you have to go and sit in the graveyard and bring it. You can always pick it up from your Orisha high priestess or your Orisha priestess also. ऐसा नहीं कि तुम्हें ही जाके लेके आना पड़ता है, एंड एवरी टाइम सिर्फ ग्रेवयार्ड डर्ट ही डर्ट नहीं होता है जिससे तुम्हें काम करना चाहिए. देयर इज लॉट मोर इन हुडू. इवन अ हुडू वर्क कैन बी डन विदाउट अ ग्रेवयार्ड डर्ट. इनफैक्ट मैं पर्सनली ग्रेवयार्ड डर्ट बहुत रेयरली यूज करती हूँ, बट आई टीच इन द कोर्स बिकॉज आई हैव टू टीच इट. बट आई पर्सनली वर्क वेरी वेरी लेस विद ग्रेवयार्ड डर्ट, क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारी और चीजें जो हम लोग सीख सकते हैं.
हाँ ओके देन, वही मेरे को पूछना था बिकॉज क्या वो थोड़ा एक वो लगता है ना, बहुत नेगेटिविटी लगती है उस जगह की, इसलिए।
नेगेटिविटी तो बेटा सब दिमाग में होती है. सब नेगेटिव है तो नेगेटिव है, सब पॉजिटिव है तो पॉजिटिव है. तो नथिंग इज नेगेटिव इन दिस वर्ल्ड अनलेस आवर माइंड्स आर नेगेटिव. But yes, I also don't prefer. Why I don't work with graveyard is not because it is negative energy. I feel that they are resting there in peace, so let us not disturb their energies. That is the only thing where I avoid how much ever I can. But if it is not avoidable, then I work with it. Because as I said in Hoodoo, there are a lot more things with which you can work, and graveyard dirt is just one, say 5% or 2% part of the whole Hoodoo.
ओके देन,
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
thank you. Yes, Neha.
Ma'am, can you please give a small brief idea difference between hoodoo and voodoo, जिसमें आप अभी पापा लेगबा की बात कर रहे थे? Just a basic idea.
Okay, voodoo basically works with the direct spirits. Okay, so voodoo will be where you will call on the spirit energies. Matlab, the spirit enters your house, sees what offerings you're doing, whatever, however you're praying, and then it does the work for you. ऐसे बोला जाता है कि अगर आप वुडू से काम करते हो, इट इज बेसिकली नो जैसे आप लोग आत्मा को बुला रहे हो, वी कॉल ऑन द सोल, राइट? सो उस तरह से होता है वुडू. हुडू में वैसा नहीं होता है. नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू टेक एलेग्वा इज पापा लेग्बा. नाउ हुडू में जो हम लोग बोलते हैं Elegua, he is the Papa Legba in voodoo. Now, what is Elegua? He's a small child, he's a trickster, he plays with you, he has fun with you. Wherein Papa Legba is a more staunch person. He will say, what is your offerings you're giving me? What is the work you want me to do? And then only I do the work for you. And voodoo is taken more seriously because in voodoo, if you are asked for certain offerings or something, then you have to do. Wherein in voodoo, there are a lot of flexibilities which you can do. And voodoo is more on a safer side. Voodoo is little bit on the darker side because in voodoo you will feel the spirit energies present inside your house, wherein in voodoo spirit energies are not much present. You will only find beautiful subtle energies around you when you work with voodoo orishas.
Okay, so when you, I mean, the results, does that vary? Your timeline, does that vary?
No, because end of the day, whatever you do, when you do it with faith and dedication, magic begins. It is not necessary that it has to be only through voodoo or hoodoo. Anything brings magic. It is only in our minds and hands the way we create it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Jyotsna?
मैम आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि हम मंदिर के साथ वाले मतलब मंदिर वाले कमरे में ही रख सकते हैं हुडू का सारा एवरीथिंग?
देखो, हुडू का कुछ भी स्टैचूज रखना नहीं, हम लोग मंदिर में नहीं रखते हैं हुडू का थिंग, बिकॉज बेसिकली हुडू का ऑल्टर ही हम लोग अलग बनाते हैं, छोटा सा ऑल्टर. बट एक चीज है कि हुडू का ऑल्टर अगर नहीं बनाया जाए तो भी चलेगा. मान के चलो, जैसे मैं इस बार whatever this time I have been trying to find out if I can get shrines done for my students. जैसे okay, for example, Jyotsna, I feel your Orisha comes as Yamaya. I'm giving you an example. तो मैं तुम्हें यमाया का रिलेटेड जो भी सेट होगा वो मैं तुम्हें दूंगी. Now that set you can keep anywhere in a small table, work with it, and then you can do your rituals and then you can come off. Now that will be a small temporary place where you can set up. Baki ke time you can keep it in your cupboard also because that is your personal things. Certain secretive tools which are given to the students, they work with the tools and then they keep it back. तो पूजा रूम में रखना है, यहाँ वहाँ रखना है, जरूरी नहीं.
क्योंकि I have only one room where I sit. There is mandir and then is my table. So
you can keep it in your table or you can even close the mandir and keep it in front of the mandir. Finish your work and then work, because देखो end of the day, in Hoodoo, one good thing is we work with the god. We work with the Orunmila, who is the god. So it is not spirit energies, but at the same time, the Orunmila also connects through spirit energies. So हमेशा मंदिर को खुले ना रख के बंद करके अगर करोगे तो अच्छा है। गलत कुछ भी नहीं होगा, बिकॉज इफ यू सी मेरा जो ओरिशास का स्टैचूज है, इट इज इन द मंदिर, इट इज इन द सेम रूम वेर आई हैव केप्ट माय लक्ष्मी माता, आई हैव केप्ट माय शिव जी एंड ऑल। आई हैव केप्ट ऑपोजिट टू टेबल्स, so मैं इनको अलग से करती हूँ, मैं इनको अलग से करती हूँ। तो इट इज नॉट रॉन्ग, बट इट इज बेटर टू कीप इट सेपरेट बिकॉज हर एक की एनर्जी अलग होती है।
और मैम जो आप सितंबर में हुडू का जो एडवांस कोर्स, मतलब आपके जो 6 बुक
एडवांस
हो,
नहीं, बेसिक एडवांस सब मिला के होगा, मतलब एक ही लेवल
अच्छा,
होगा जिसमें थोड़ा बेसिक्स भी होगा और फिर एडवांस पूरा होगा।
और इसमें हमारा बेसिक रहेगा जो हम अभी सीखेंगे,
इसमें मतलब
जो ये अभी वाला
ये
मतलब
वाला,
आपने,
आज वाला सिर्फ इंट्रोडक्टरी है, आज वाला कोर्स नहीं है। इट्स जस्ट एन इंट्रोडक्टरी कोर्स वेयर यू नो व्हाट इज हुडू एंड आई विल बी गिविंग यू सर्टेन टिप्स। इट्स जस्ट एन इंट्रोडक्शन ऑन हुडू, दिस इज नॉट अ बेसिक कोर्स। जैसे मैंने
सो
लिखा था
वी
हुडू
हैव,
कोर्स।
सो
हाँ जी,
अगर हमने ज्वाइन करना है तो हमें वो वाला वर्कशॉप ज्वाइन करना है।
हाँ जी, उसके
अच्छा
डिटेल्स
ये,
में वर्कशॉप खत्म होने के बाद मैं स्लाइड्स डाल दूंगी एंड whoever wants to join can join from that.
अच्छा ठीक है,
Okay,
थैंक यू।
thank you. Yes, Karan.
दी ये पूछना था, इसमें गॉडेस हेकाटे के बारे में भी डिटेल्स रहती है या
नहीं,
हेकाटे का
वो
डिफरेंट हो?
वो विका होता है Karan।
ओके ओके ओके, गॉडेस हेकाटे का विकार विकार है।
हेकाटे के लिए तेरे को इस हेकाटे के पास आना पड़ेगा, टेक्निकली मेरे पास आना पड़ेगा।
इस बार चेन्नई आने का जब आऊंगा पक्का आपके पास।
पक्का, ठीक है। सो नो मोर डाउट्स। हाँ बोलो ज्योत्सना, सॉरी, यू आर म्यूट बाबा।
मैम जो वो जो सितंबर में वर्कशॉप शुरू होनी है, मैंने आपसे उसमें पूछा था तो आपने कहा था उसके लिए चेन्नई आना पड़ेगा, तो वो जूम पर
Okay,
होगी?
that's a beautiful question. मैं बताती हूँ what is the difference when people come to Chennai and for people who are not coming to Chennai. देखो, चेन्नई में जो लोग आते हैं इनिशिएशन मेरे साथ बैठ के करते हैं। जो लोग चेन्नई में नहीं आएंगे, बिकॉज ऑनलाइन जो लोग करेंगे, आई विल बी गिविंग देम अ क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज एंड ऑफ द डे आई विल बी शोइंग वन मोर वीडियो जिसमें मैंने बताया है हाउ आई फाइंड आउट हु द ओडिशा इज। So those who are not coming to Chennai, I will be giving them a questionnaire which they will fill and then they will give. वन मोर थिंग व्हाट इट इज कि हुडू में थोड़े ऑफरिंग्स जो मैं लेती हूँ वो मैं क्यों लेती हूँ, ताकि हर महीने में, मतलब पूरे पूरे एक साल में समटाइम्स 5 times or sometimes 6 times I do an energy work. Now those who are coming to here and doing the initiation and giving the offerings and going, उनका energy work मैं कर देती हूँ. Now those who are not coming here, I will tell them the day I am doing the energy work and I will tell them आप अपने घर पे ये इस टाइम पे ये थोड़ा आप कर लो एंड देन ये ऑफरिंग आप जाके क्रॉस रोड में डाल के आ जाओ. दैट्स द ओनली डिफरेंस. क्योंकि ओरिशास कनेक्ट करने के लिए आपको मेरे पास आने की जरूरत, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने बोला था, दिस इज not the level where you become an initiator. This is a level where you learn who your Orisha is. So you don't have to come here and learn or be in present. But when you're in present, the energy wise you feel different. Practical sessions जैसे हम लोग करवाते हैं. Abhi now when you're online, you will be seeing how the altar is. But people who are going to come to Chennai, they will know what is the energy of the altar. Because energy आपको laptop के द्वारा नहीं आएगा.
नहीं
Where
आएगा,
you
हाँ।
know the energy when you're in present. Now when we invoke the energies of Yamaya या तो फिर Elegua, तो समटाइम्स जो स्मेल आती है सराउंडिंग में, वो स्मेल हमें लैपटॉप के द्वारा नहीं आएगी. अंडरस्टूड? बट कोर्स इज सेम. इनिशिएशन मतलब जो भी ओडिशा आपको पता चलेगा वो आपको पता चलेगा. ऑल दैट इज सेम. जस्ट एज व्हेन यू कम इन पर्सन एंड डू, द वे इट इज डिफरेंट. इनफैक्ट कुछ लोग तो सिर्फ इनिशिएशन मतलब द डे जिस दिन उनका ओडिशा पता चलेगा उसी दिन के लिए आ रहे हैं 2-3 घंटे के लिए, और वो लोग वापस जा रहे हैं. So even that I give them the facility because there are a lot of housewives who have small children. There are people who can't travel. There are people who are working. तो वो लोग क्या करते हैं, संडे के दिन आके मेरे साथ 2-3 घंटे बैठ के फिर वो वापस चले जाते हैं. उनका ओडिशा में कनेक्ट करवा के दे देती हूँ. Then they attend everything from the class.
बट ठीक है,
और दी ये दूसरे को सिखा भी सकते हैं कि नहीं?
सिखा सकते हो करण, जैसे मैंने बोला थोड़ी देर, you can teach but you cannot tell them who their Orisha is because for
ओके
that you have to cross certain levels, but you can teach this
ओके.
course.
आफ्टर विक्का मतलब ये चीज आप पॉसिबल हो पाती है आपके लिए ना?
After?
विक्का.
नहीं, Hoodoo is completely different. Vika is completely different. Hoodoo maybe there is a level where I make you a high priest, a Orisha priest or a priestess. If I feel guided in future, I will tell you that I am bringing in a course where you can come and learn and become a priest or priestess after you finish your advanced level. And if you're okay with it, then I will take you through that course.
ओके दी.
ठीक है? बोलो तन्वी. One second,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
हाँ तो I wanted to know what are the differences between Wicca and Hoodoo.
I will send a YouTube link where I've explained clearly because इसमें वापस बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा.
Okay,
ठीक है, आज
no
मैं
problem.
ग्रुप में वो
Thank you.
वीडियो डाल दूंगी जिसमें मैंने क्लियरली बताया व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन विका एंड हुडू.
क्योंकि आपने अभी जो एक्सप्लेन किया वुडू और हुडू का डिफरेंस है वो दैट आई हैव आस्क्ड मेनी टीचर्स बट no one has explained the way you explained it right now.
नहीं, मैं वो वीडियो भेजी बिकॉज देखो एक ओके आई विल गिव यू वन लाइनर हियर. हुडू रिलीजन नहीं है, विका रिलीजन है. ठीक है, विका में आप एक गुरु शिष्य के मैं ट्रेडिशनल विका फॉलो करती हूँ, मैं एक्लेटिक सॉलिटरी फॉलो नहीं करती हूँ. In a traditional Wicca, you come to your guru's place, you stay with your guru for 2-3 days, you learn with her, you get the initiation, you get your magical name. Now that magical name we will work with you for 1 year to make you become more and more stronger and powerful, and then you go to the next levels. Wicca में totally there are 3 levels. After 3 levels, you can start initiating others. Wicca में एक चीज है, traditional Wicca में we follow coven. Now coven is where तुम लोग सब भाई बहन मिल के रहते हो. जैसे now Tanvi has an issue, she has brothers and sisters who are going to be with her, support her. Wicca helps each other grow, and in Wicca you become a powerful healer, a powerful tarot reader. In Wicca you connect with elements of the earth. And मैं क्यों in person बोलती हूँ, because initiation if you do in person, when I initiate you and give you a magical name, that time मैं names पहले से ही लिख के नहीं रखती हूँ. That is the name which you would have had in one of your births, which has come to me when I'm initiating you and I'm giving you that name. Now that is why you have to come in person. बहुत सारे लोग विका सिखाते हैं in which they don't do initiations, they don't give magical names. But Wicca is incomplete without a magical name and an initiation, unless you prefer doing a solitary witchcraft. Solitary witchcraft के लिए आपको तो course join करने की you just not need it. You can always just go through the books, you can go through Google videos and everything and become a solitary witch. But to follow a traditional Wicca, you need a guru ka heart on your head who will work on your energy, unlock your energies, and initiate you with your new magical name. Again, that name is only known to you and your guru and no one else. Even your husband, your mother, your father, no one knows. And then you start growing in that energy with your guru.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. मैं वो वीडियो डालूंगी आज पक्का. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Vandana.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Long time. I'm very fine. मैम मैंने तो आपका हुडू किया हुआ है, तो ये जो आप सितंबर वाला ला रहे हो वो क्या एडवांस?
एडवांस हुडू नहीं किया था ना, सिर्फ बेसिक हुडू किया था.
नहीं, खाली बेसिक ही किया था. एंड मैंने आई हैव वर्कड विद योर बेसिक लैम्प्स एंड फॉर पीपल हु आर न्यू आई वुड लाइक टू से इट वर्क्स वंडर्स. सो इफ यू आर प्लानिंग टू जॉइन आई थिंक यू ऑल मस्ट, बिकॉज बेसिक करके भी मैं फॉर सर्टेन थिंग्स व्हिच आई प्रैक्टिस really worked for me, and I've done other courses from you also. two three things I want to know. एक तो advance, ये जो basic advance साथ में आएगा, do we need to do everything together or you have
नहीं, I am not bringing the whole of basic which you had done. I am bringing only a few of basic. This
Okay.
time it is going to be more on advanced level.
Okay. And my second question is that since मैंने आपसे herbs भी किया हुआ है, Vika भी बाकी है, it's in my bucket list कि मुझे आपसे सीखना ही है. For Vika, याद है, हाँ. So Vika, do I need to come to Chennai and do it with you, or it can be done?
Vika, देखो Vandana, I know how your schedule is, but you will have to at least come for a couple of hours and finish your initiation and go. क्योंकि बहुत लोग, मैंने बोला, I have working women, I have people who are from Jain joint families who cannot leave their families and come and stay with me. What they do is they come for a couple of hours. In fact, there are people who come from Delhi in the morning and they go back the same day evening. They finish their initiations in person and then they go back and online they do the class, because online में बाद में if they want they can see the video and also they can learn. But initiation, it is always good if you come in person and do.
Okay, and my last question would be that since इतना कुछ मैंने आपसे सीखा है ना, even do you have separate training where I can further take up as my profession and teach in a group? वैसा कुछ अलग से है क्या आपका?
मैं एक मैजिक ऑफ हीलिंग वर्ल्ड वाइड हीलर्स एसोसिएशन मैंने फॉर्म किया है, जहां पर मैं प्लान, हाँ मैंने वो प्लानिंग में चल रहा है, where I want to bring in like-minded healers and start working with me and also work on themselves. That
I'll be very grateful if you consider me also in it somehow.
You all are my children. Whoever wants can join. So anyone can come in. लेकिन तू पहले विका के लिए आएगी तभी मैं तुझे कंसिडर करूंगी. देखना अभी तूने मुझे याद दिला दिया.
But I'm waiting for the universe to open the doors for me, and I'll be there.
Universe never opens the doors. I always say we are our creators. We create the pathway, we cross the pathway and come, and we
Yeah.
become successful in life.
Hopefully this year.
God says, help yourself, then only I will help you.
Hopefully this year I'm there. Don't worry.
बेटा,
I'll be there.
this year का सिर्फ एक ही application form बचा है विका के लिए.
अच्छा.
उसके बाद it's only March. अगर join करना है तो जल्दी
Okay,
करो.
I'll get in touch.
हाँ.
I'll get in touch for the details. Thank you so much.
Thank you. बोलो स्नेहा.
Ma'am, I am interested in coming there in Bangalore, matlab, for learning it.
I am in Chennai. Bangalore
Okay.
में तो
अच्छा, sorry. Chennai. So I would like to come there. तो मुझे इसके बारे में details कहाँ मिलेगी, so I can book my hotels.
You WhatsApp me. नहीं, you WhatsApp me and then we will connect further. ठीक है?
Yeah, right. Ma'am, I'm really interested in coming there and learning in person, please.
Most welcome.
थैंक यू सो मच बिकॉज एक मेरा भी फीडबैक है. मैंने मैम के सारे वीडियोस बैठ के पूरा चेक किया एंड आई हैव डन दी शट अप स्पेल एंड दी लव स्पेल्स. मैंने आपके साथ फोटो भी शेयर करी. बिलीव मी, मैंने सिर्फ 3 वीक्स किया और मेरे बॉस का मुंह बंद हो गया. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट. थैंक यू.
I am super happy for you. आ जाओ चेन्नई.
या थैंक्स मैम.
बोलो प्रेरणा.
दी मेरे बकेट लिस्ट में भी है. मुझे भी सीखना है चेन्नई आके. जो मैं बहुत टाइम से आपको बोल रही हूँ.
बकेट लिस्ट का ढक्कन खोलो. उस बकेट लिस्ट में से तू बाहर कूद पहले और तू निकल के चेन्नई आ.
बहुत जल्दी आ रही हूँ. बहुत जल्दी आ रही हूँ.
पता है हम लोग बकेट लिस्ट बना के रखेंगे ना. बेसिकली मेनली फॉर वुमेन. द बकेट लिस्ट इज ऑलवेज देयर इन द बकेट. It never comes out of the bucket. That's a whole.
I am trying to open that lid very soon.
Good. Yes, Poonam.
मैम सेम. इवन मुझे भी चेन्नई आके पर्सनली सीखना है.
जब तक तुम लोगों का बकेट लिस्ट खुलेगा ना, मैं बूढ़ी हो जाऊंगी. देखना अभी तुम लोग और तुम्हारा
बकेट इतना जल्दी नहीं बूढ़े होंगे मैम.
इनफैक्ट मैंने मेरे हस्बैंड को भी बोला है प्लीज 5 दिन मतलब पकड़ के चलो कि तुम सब संभालोगे और मैं जा रही हूँ करके चेन्नई. तो मुझे बोल रहे कि एक दिन ऐसे देख करके कि इनफैक्ट वो भी मुझे बोल रहे अगर जाके तुझे सीखना है तो सब मैनेज हो जाए, ऐसे दिन देख के तुम जा सकते हो करके. अगर ऐसे सब मिलके अगर एक दिन डिसाइड होता है देन आई विल कम एंड जॉइन.
It always happens in September and March. These are the only 2 days. Usually Vika is for 4 days and Hoodoo is for 3 days. So total is 7 days. Now those who cannot stay back for the class, they come for the first day of Vika. They finish their Vika initiation and that day evening they finish their Hoodoo initiation and then they go back. The rest of the days they see the class online and then they learn. This is the only thing. As I said, just the thing is when you are in person, जैसे बोलते हैं ना गुरु में, आप गुरुकुल में बैठ के when you learn with your guru, the energies are different, the vibes are different. When you go there and learn, again that is little different. But you learn the same concepts, you grow with the same concepts.
But surely अभी तो करूंगी लेकिन एक बार तो आना ही है.
होगा, don't worry. Yes, Asha.
Hello, ma'am. After a long time, I'm connecting you.
Yes.
मैम आप बोल रहे हैं विका के लिए एक ही सीट है, तो मैंने तो आज ही सुना है विका के बारे में एंड
आज ही कनेक्ट करो, आज ही व्हाट्सएप करो, आज ही सिलेक्शन का एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म भेजती हूँ.
यस मैम. बट आप कह रहे एक ही है फिर.
हाँ तो see if you are getting selected then we will close down now and then we will start the selection process for March because Vika के लिए I don't take more than 15 people per batch. In a year 2 batches happen. Always one happens in March and one happens in September. So अभी September के लिए 14 are already done. Only one is left. So if you are sending today and if the selection is happening, then we will bring you in the September batch. After you, whoever comes and they will be taken for the March batch.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Shakti. I think that's the name which is coming.
मैम आपने कहाँ से सीखा था?
मैंने विका मेरी गुरु पेंसिल्वेनिया में है, उनसे सीखा था.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious कि आपने कहाँ से सीखा था?
मेरी गुरु का नाम जेनिफर है. She's from Pennsylvania.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Jyotsna.
Ma'am, what are the dates for September?
September Hoodoo is on the 25th, 26th and 27th. ठीक है. चलो मुझे लगा था 9 बजे तक पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा, बट नाउ द नेक्स्ट वीडियो इज एक्चुअली अ डिटेल्ड वीडियो, तो मैं तुम लोगों को वापस म्यूट में डाल रही हूँ. This will be about orishas. What is an orisha and why you need to learn from a proper teacher the orisha. Uske baad, I will take you through the 5 tips which I have kept for you all. Okay? I'm muting you all. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Hope you are doing good. So I have been into this video is mainly about the what lots of things on Hoodoo. Basically I'm trying to bring in as every week one video, but I don't know how far it's going to happen, but as of now I'm going to bring in as every week one video. So already I have given a video on difference between Hoodoo and Wicca, but I shall also be bringing in more and more concepts on Hoodoo now, because a lot of misconceptions. Because now what I have started doing is, in a year I bring in either one batch or max 2 batches of 30 students, in which 15 are come to me in person and 15 we keep online because of place restrictions, or people who want to, or if even all the 30 want to come, I tell them that once the first 15 are booked, the rest of them will have to stay somewhere outside. So as I have been doing a selection process, or I have been advertising for this batch, technically if you see, I started Hoodoo in the year 2015, and I started with just the basics of Hoodoo, because that time I was not guided to go into the next level, so I was just doing as and when I could. Now in the Masters Hoodoo, I guess I have finished up to 5 batches of say around 100 students to 120 students till now I would have covered. So then still there's a lot of misconceptions, still there's a lot of wrong ideas being spread about orishas, wrong ideas being spread about Hoodoo. Like some people say, Pinky ji, why can't we just read a book and learn about Hoodoo. Some people ask, is crossroads needed for Hoodoo? Then what is the difference between Voodoo and Hoodoo? So, and some people say that can through cowrie shells someone told me that this is my orisha, and someone said, Pinky ji, in tarot cards someone told me this is my orisha. So I thought it is time that I bring in awareness, and in fact, why, you might be wondering, why now and why not before, why not a couple of years back? So the reason behind it is that this time, whichever Hoodoo I'm bringing in, this time I'm bringing in more things, more secrets which I have also learned, and which I was not ready to bring it to the world, because my my inner field had not allowed me, my Orisha priestess had not allowed me, and my Ifa had not allowed me. So I had stopped from and I had not brought in. So certain things started working one by one. There's actually a long story behind it why I'm bringing in now, but short story sweet, because I don't want the video to prolong just behind my story. So this video basically is that if you want to get into the path of Hoodoo, then orishas is something which you need to really work with. And if you want to know who is your orisha, there are certain things you should understand, that anyone and everyone cannot tell you who is an orisha. For example, a tarot reader cannot put in cards, because I myself am a tarot card reader. I cannot put the cards and tell you what is your orisha. For example, cowrie, which is called as the dilogun in the African tradition. Some people say that we put cowries and then we can tell you what is your orisha. I'm very sorry, it is not possible. The proper cowrie divination, which is called as the dilogun, is actually a part of the tradition which is taught after you finish your advanced Hoodoo levels, or you master the Hoodoo levels, and you know who is your orisha. I will come to that later, because and then only you can put it. Even then you cannot tell who is your orisha unless and unless you are a Hoodoo orisha priestess or a orisha priest. So that's the reason that through cowries. Someone said some lady, or some lady I guess, just did the pendulum dowsing, and then she said ki Pinky ji, that this is my orisha. Then I said no. And the best myth which I heard was, क्योंकि पिछली बार मैंने कुछ लोगों को not only last time, throughout the years I have given females the male orisha gods and goddesses. Someone said ki I am a female, so it means I have to have only a female orisha. I'm very sorry, that is not true. Again, that is a stupid myth, or that is completely false. So like that, a lot of things have been fed into people, and like certain people I have heard that you have to be with them, you have to learn for 1 year, and then in this 1 year you will know who's your orisha. Nahi, there are ways to find out who your orisha is, and there are only proper ways and proper channels to find out who your orisha is. And anyone and everyone cannot just randomly pick up based on your character, based on your energies, because you might like elegua, but you might be a complete person who doesn't touch even alcohol. So that again is something where elegua is not your orisha, so that again your orisha is someone else. So like that, there are a lot of factors which are involved inside this particular sort of a divination modality. Now coming to orishas, for you to know what is your orisha, there are step-by-step processes. When I say step-by-step processes, overnight you will not come to who your orisha is, unless you go to a orisha priestess or priest who has been initiated in this field, or you go to a person who is into dilogun. Now dilogun, as I said, I will maybe I will bring in a video later, or maybe I will talk about it whenever I get the time, because today this video is mainly about orishas. So if you see orishas, first rule for you to know about your orisha, the first rule is we work with our head, we work with our oris. Our ori is our head, so we first work with our head. And when I say head, it is my higher self, because my crown connects with the divine. So we work with our higher self, and then after the higher self working is done, we work with our ancestors, because in Hoodoo it is very, very specifically said that you need to make your ancestors happy in order for your life to be happy and moving. So that is the second thing. Then comes your orishas. Now this orisha will be found by your Hoodoo priest or the Hoodoo priestess, your orisha priest or the orisha priestess, because she is your ladder between you and the spirit. She is more like a bridge between you here down and the spirit up, and she brings the divination. It's not a ways, like she's a person who will help you in bringing the orisha into your head and making it to be with you and work with you. Again, there are a lot of deep things involved. So anyone and everyone cannot become a orisha priestess or priest. Now if you learn from me masters in Hoodoo, do you start initiating? Ji nahi, you cannot initiate. That is just the first step of your Hoodoo. Alright, that is the reason I've made all the points and kept. Some people, to know your orisha, work for 21 days. Some people, it's like a reading and a methodology. Now if I explain that methodology here, a lot of people will start following and telling that they follow the same methodology. So I'm not going to tell you all that methodology, I'm sorry, but as I said, that some people work with it for 21 days and some people need 3 days. So that's the reason I prefer the 3-day workshop for Hoodoo, because I work with my students. In fact, I start working beforehand itself. If you see, most of my students come to me either through Vika process, where the already selection process is done, and they stay back and finish Hoodoo, or I know them for quite some time. So for me, connecting with them at a personal level, at the etheric level, or at the spiritual level and at the spirit based level, to tell their orishas is easy for me. So again, let me repeat, tarot reader, pendulum dowsers, cowrie shell readers, all these people cannot tell you who your orisha is. Either the person has to be professional dilogun reader, or the person has to be an orisha priestess or an orisha priest, because the orisha priestess or the orisha priestess is called as the oriyate, and the orisha priest, the Hoodoo priest, is called as the babalawo. The babalawo connects with the divine, connects with the ifa. Now when I say connects with the ifa, basically there are 2 steps here. First is the Orunmila. Orunmila is basically the supreme god. Now the supreme god is up, right? So ifa is basically where the Orunmila connects with the ifa, the spirit god, and that comes to the orisha priestess or the priest, and then she or he tells you who your orisha is. Now here what happens is Oldumare. Again we connect with the Oldumare. I know all these terms are very new and completely different for you. As I said, that I have a particular reason when I'm bringing in this video at this point of time, because lots and lots of people are just talking for the sake of making this spirituality field as a commercial field that you can learn in 1 month, you can learn in 1 week. Hoodoo is not that. Hoodoo is lot more than that. When I say Wicca is not that, I really mean it. Same way when I say Hoodoo is not that, it is lot more than that. So your Babalua, which is your Babalua, who's your Hoodoo priest, or your Oriate, who's your Hoodoo priestess, whoever you are falling under, what they do is they work with the Orunmila. Now the Orunmila is your supreme god. Now they do a divination where it is called as the Ifa divination. At that time, the Oldumare speaks to the priest or the priestess. Alright. Now when the Oldumare speaks to the priest or the priestess, which is again a divine connect which happens through various ways, maybe when the time comes when I make someone as a Orisha priestess or priest in future, who have already done my masters and will be going up more further steps, maybe they will come to know. Then you come to know who is your Orisha priestess or your Orisha priest. I have been so upset the way people are talking about Hoodoo and Orishas that I literally sat and made so much of notes. Now coming back to the initiation process, where initiation is different again. The first step is where you learn Hoodoo. Now the reason behind that is anyone and everyone can learn Hoodoo, and you start knowing who's your Orisha, which is your first step, wherein when you go to the next step where you want to start becoming an Aborisha, or you want to start becoming a Hoodoo priestess or a priest. Now at that point of time what happens is you will need at least 3 priests or priestesses in some cases even one will do, who will know how to take you through the next step. So now why do you need a priestess or a priest? Why cannot I know who is my Orisha just like that? It is technically or ethically not possible, because we have certain secret tools which we don't even bring it out during the classes. These are the tools which are given to us by our Oriate or the Babalua, which is kept within us, hidden in our own personal wardrobes or cupboards, and we only sit with that and then we connect with those energies, and then we come to know who it is. I will give you a small example. Last Hoodoo batch, I had given some lady Obatala as her Orisha, and I had given someone as Shango. Again, it's a lady. So Obatala's one simple logic I will tell you. Obatala is a person who is very responsible, because Obatala is the father of the Orishas, so he is very responsible. He does not like alcohol. He's not a person who will go behind coffee and tea and all that. And he's a person who's very calculative. He has a lot of wisdom, very mature personality, and he is a person that if for the sake that to make the opposite person, he or she has a small sip of alcohol, then what happens is it gives them repercussions in their health. So that's the reason. Then when because that person didn't know why they got Obatala, so now after seeing this video they will know why they got Obatala. Same way when I gave Shango, they said Shango is a womanizer, Shango goes behind women. But Shango is a person who will stand for justice. Shango is a person who is very prideful, and the student of mine always believes that pride, respect is very important. People should value me. People should respect me for what I am. Maybe now when she sees this video, she will come to know why I had done that. So any priest and priestess will have certain secret tools with her, and which is again indirectly called as the hand of the Ifa. Now the hand of the Ifa is needed for the priestess or the priest to connect and to know the Orisha. All right. A person with an African 7 Orishas, and having an altar of African Orisha can tell you your Orisha. I'm very, very sorry, it is not possible, because as I said, you need to do certain things. Usually when people come to me, I was supposed to give them LKs, but till the previous batch, I have never given LKs to anyone, because again, when I start giving LKs, it will become so what do we say, that anyone and everyone will start selling LKs, not knowing the value of it. It will become as if it just goes into the hands of people, and it has no value, it has no energy, it has nothing at all. It has purely nothing at all, because LKs again needs to be fed, it has to be energized, it has to be invoked, it has to be awakened. It is a very lengthy process with a certain type of offerings which is done for nearly 21 days. And that is when an LK is given from the priestess to her students, or the priest to his students. So LKs are just not something where, you know, you go to Amazon, you go to some website, I don't know the websites, and you just pick up an LK and say, yes, I like red and black, so LK is my Orisha and I'm wearing the LK. Believe me, it will be that, you know, either the LK will have any value or energy, and you will feel you are on a beautiful ride, because Elegua is a trickster again. He will show you beautiful things, and suddenly you will feel that, you know, everything is gone. Till yesterday there was magic in my life. Why today there is no magic? Because Elegua is a trickster, and he was just playing with you. He was not giving you the right things. He was just playing with you. So that's the reason. This batch, if everything goes well, I might give LKs if I feel they are, you know, they are worth enough, or, you know, if I feel connected with them. It's not worth enough. I think worth enough was a wrong word to use. I'm sorry, because even my last batch till date, all my students have been beautiful students, worthful students, but, you know, they say, no, the right time has to come. So even after you get your Orisha, you cannot initiate others. All right, now even after you get your Orisha, basically you work under your Oriyate, or you work under your Babalua in a very detailed way. There are steps, all right, to go. As I said, I've already said this, you don't need to be you don't need to have a female Orisha for a female and male Orisha for a male. After, now then, what is it that we are going to learn? You might wonder what. Now when you come to this course, you are going to learn a lot of things. Okay, I'm not saying that you will not learn a lot of things. Basically, the main concept of a initiation process, or a process where you find your Orisha your Orisha, is that, you know, you work under a Hoodoo priestess or a Hoodoo priest. Sometimes you might have more than one Orisha. Okay, now what are the levels? Because I think I should tell you all. There are a lot of before I forget, there is a lot of you know, protocols which are followed when we work with the Orishas, when we work with you connecting to your Orisha, because if you get a wrong Orisha, it might even destroy your life. If you get the right Orisha at the right way, because your Oriyate, I mean your Orisha priestess or your Orisha priest, your Hoodoo priestess or the Hoodoo priest, will follow certain protocols, follow certain protection measures, and then only will give you your Orisha based on certain things which they work with on your energy, and then only they give. For some, there might be more than one Orisha, there might be more than two Orishas. For some, there have been even 4 Orishas as 4 pillars. So again, if you really want to grow in this field, if you want to know who your Orisha is, then you really need to go to the right person, and you really need to find the right person and go and learn with them. All right, now coming to, and before I close the video, let me tell you one thing. You all must be wondering, what will we learn here? I teach a lot of things. Even in this course, you will be learning nearly 10 to 15 types of oils, powders, herbs. Mainly, you will be called as the Alayo. Now, who is an Alayo? He is a person who has come to know who the Orisha is, and if needed, the priestess or the priest will bless and give them their Elekis. So that is your first thing. So you work with your head, connecting to the divine. That is the first part. After you go back, you do certain works, we do certain energy works, you do certain energy works, and then you start getting into the place where you become an Aborisha. Now, what is an Aborisha? The second stage is where you come to know who your mother Orisha and your father Orisha were, because every one of us, the way we say through angels and through our Indian traditions that we have our guardian angels, even any human being who gets into the field of Hoodoo, not everyone becomes an Orisha priestess or a priest. In fact, not everyone goes to the stage of Aborisha. To go to the stage of Aborisha, believe me, I have seen in my journey itself a lot of hardships, lot of tears, lot of issues, lot of problems, everything you name it, and I have actually faced it in my life when I was doing Orishas ka thing, the Hoodoo ka thing. So in fact, many people don't even reach the level of Aborisha, because when you want to reach the level of Aborisha, your Hoodoo, your priestess or your priest and you should have a beautiful, amazing, strong connect of a life. That's the first point. Second point is you will be out of all your issues, out of all your energies, because you are connected with your Orisha priest or the priestess for nearly a couple of months or years, and then you start becoming an Aburisha. When you become an Aburisha, again, Aburisha is not where you start initiating others. Aburisha is where there's a process done where you learn who your father Orisha or your mother Orisha is. After that process, next comes where you become a Orisha initiate. When you become an Orisha initiate, you start initiating others. You start finding out others Orishas. You start making high priestess, sorry, not high priestess, I always go back to my Vika thing. You start, making Orisha priestess, Orisha priest, the Oriyathes and the Babaluas out. After that, under your Oriyathe or your Babalua, you become the Orisha elder. When you become the Orisha elder, you lead the clan, you lead the lineage. So it is not a small process. It's a beautiful, beautiful, deeper process. So don't get into all these, silly things that I can find out my Orisha just like that. I just need to go and watch some videos and I will come to. So I'm very sorry. I have never ever done a video like this, but I feel so hurt and upset when I see so many people talking so much of misguided conceptions about Orishas. I said, now that's it, Pinky Punjabi, you need to start telling the world what it is, how it is. Even if the world doesn't come to me, at least the world doesn't fall into the wrong hands, or the world doesn't go to the wrong places and starts ending up spending money, but even ending up getting the wrong energy. So I hope you all loved this video. Chalo, now I will unmute you all and then you can clear your doubts if there's any, and then we will finish the session with the tips. Any doubts? सब लोग जाग रहे हो कि सो गए? Maybe next question is it, are you all awake?
Yes,
Yes, ma.
अच्छा ठीक है, okay.
Yes, Didi.
Okay. So no doubt. So let's go to the tips then. I will tell you off the tips what you can do. Okay. So I'll mute you all again, and then I will unmute you all after every tip. So that if you have any doubt, that tip you clear your doubts, and then we'll go to the next one. So as I said, we have process. So the same way process. First, I'm going to tell you all a simple cleansing tool which you can do. Now, this simple cleansing tool is basically one of the most powerful cleansing tools in Hoodoo. And I still remember in one of the batches when Invika was happening, after that I developed a certain sort of a psychic attack where I had formed there was a mark of some sort of a mark or a symbol in my third eye. And then immediately I realized that, this is a cleansing ritual which I can do through Hoodoo, and I had done it. And from the next day, the energy which was still there, the psychic energy which was in my body for nearly 6 days, had just started going down. So that is the method I'm teaching you all. This will remove, what does this egg cleansing do? It will remove your obstacles. It will remove the blockages. It will remove any sort of unwanted psychic energies which is stopping your growth. That is what is about this egg cleansing. Now, usually in the class, there are more methods that we teach, but right now, it is a simple one. So you will need an egg. Separately, you will need an egg, and then you can pick up some rosemary, rosemary, rosemary. I would prefer if you can get fresh rosemary, that works more beautifully, and some pine oil. Pine oil is easily available in Amazon, or you can even take pine needles if you get in your local market, the PINE pine. And then lemongrass. Again, lemongrass is easily available in any of the florist shops. The guys who have nursery, lemongrass is available. If you have a dragon blood resin, then you take that. If you don't have a dragon blood resin with you, you can just omit it. Now, what do we do? First thing is you will clean the egg in running water. You will wash the egg in running water, and then you will roll the egg around your body 13 times. Now, how you will roll? You will keep the egg like this and you will roll it. Understood? You roll the whole body. You start from the head, your right side part you start. You roll around the whole body and you end it in the left. Again, you start from the right. It is a lengthier process, but believe me, one of the most powerful process it is. 13 times you do it, and then what you do is when you're doing it, you will say, the egg is removing your illness, blockages, psychic attacks. In fact, some people will feel as if there's a pull happening from the aura. There's an energy pull happening. After that, put it in a brown paper bag. All right. And you can go to some crossroad or somewhere outside and you can just throw it and come. You don't have to turn back and look, just throw it and come. Once you come, you will boil some water and then you will put these things, the rosemary leaves, the lemongrass and the pine oil. You will allow it to boil. You will strain it in your bathing water, and then you will have the bath. Understood? A very simple, but when I'm saying it's powerful, it's very, very powerful thing, which is practiced by me itself when I feel energies are completely not in favor, and it works in a very different way. Someone has asked, I can't use egg. Should I replace it? No, this cleansing can happen only with egg. But now what you can do is leave the egg part and do the bathing water part. That you can do. But without egg, this cleansing alone is not possible. Though we have other cleansing methods in Hoodoo, but this particular thing is not possible. So you can do just the bathing part. Any doubts? I'm allowing you all to unmute. You can just do it. Okay, Vandana says she has used this method and it is very powerful. Yes, it is very powerful. Tanvi, the video will be uploaded. You can watch it again because time is just running away. I need 4 more tips to be put better. Bole Prerna.
Ma'am, we can use the egg from the fridge also. Thanda
Yes,
anda.
Anji, you can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any doubts? हाँ बोलो. Yes, Deepa.
मैम मुझे वो पूछना था, आपने जो एग का बोला है वो बॉडी पे कैसे घुमाना है, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज या
यहाँ से नहीं, यहाँ से फुल बॉडी आप ऐसे लेके आओगे.
राइट साइड?
हाँ जी, राइट साइड पूरा लेके आओगे, हाथ में भी ऐसे लेके आओगे, फिर हाथ से पूरे बॉडी से भी लेके आओगे, फिर नीचे से ऊपर लेके आके लेफ्ट में खत्म करोगे.
ओके, जहाँ से हमने शुरू किया वहीं पे खत्म करना
वहां
है,
से
राइट
खत्म
से शुरू
करेंगे.
कर. ओके,
13 times.
13 times. ओके.
हाँ जी. Yes, Lakshita.
Ma'am, any particular day to do this?
No,
Or
you can do it on any day. This is a very powerful cleansing which can be done on any day. You can do it at any time also, not an issue.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Tanya.
गुरुमा जो ड्रैगन ब्लड रेजिन्स है वो भी हमको उसी पानी में बॉईल
हाँ
करना है?
जी, हाँ जी, उसी पानी में बॉईल करना है.
ओके, थैंक यू.
थैंक यू. हाँ मुकुला, सॉरी, हाँ मोमिता.
दी इसमें क्वांटिटी का कुछ है क्या कि कितना पाइन ऑयल कितना डालना, कुछ ड्रॉप?
Go by your intuition. If you want, put 1 teaspoon each. Varna, go by your intuition. Intuition is the best. Yes, Rajshri. You are on mute.
What if the egg breaks?
It means there is some severe energy, so you will have to pick up 1 more egg and do it. But it's okay. Nothing will be harmful. Nothing will harm you. You'll have to just wash your hands and again do it. But usually, if it is immense level of energy, then only the egg will break. Else it will not break. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other doubts?
Yeah, one more doubt.
Yes, please.
I really don't know if I have to do Hoodoo. Like, it's been there for so many years. I've been listening to you, seeing the videos, seen everything. All these words are become so familiar to me, but I don't know head or tail of it. And I don't know whether to come to Chennai, whether to, it's like, don't know.
I will tell you one thing, Rajeshri. If again and again Hoodoo is coming, I said in my first video itself, it is your ancestors who are asking you to get it done. You have to understand that first thing. Ancestors will only give you a hint that go to this path, start this path of spirituality, and your life will change. All right. So now, like, again, it's up to us. Now, coming to your second question, it is not necessary you have to come to Chennai. As I said, only thing is when you come to Chennai, you bring in certain offerings where I keep the energies on your behalf and I keep doing. If you don't come, I will tell you, you'll be doing the energies. Wherein the course content doesn't change in your Odisha, you'll come to know. As I said, I'll be giving you a question and I know you for years now. So, it is not that you have to come in Chennai and only learn and go. You can always learn online. But if so many times again and again Hoodoo is coming, then take it strictly that your ancestors are only giving you a guidance, because I know your whole history. I know I have been through with you for years, and I know that issues sort out, again something other comes, again it sorts out. So maybe it is your destination that you need to do Hoodoo and your ancestors are asking you to do this. So go for it. Maybe you decide based on what you feel, your schedule. If coming to Chennai is not a criteria, but since you said it has been coming to you again and again for years, then it means that you need to do it.
I've always seen you in video. I want to see you personally. I
आ
hope.
जाओ, मैं तो चेन्नई में ही हूँ. Rupali stays in Bangalore, but she doesn't invite me home. If she invites me, I will come to Bangalore and teach you all. But she never invites me home. Right?
I'm just doing up my house. Once that happens, I'm going to surely call you. You're the first person.
I anyways have plans from next year to start traveling, but Vika will never happen in other countries or cities. Vika will only happen in Chennai. But yes, when I start traveling from next year, God willing, if it happens, then definitely Bangalore and Bombay and Delhi are there in plans for me. And Gujarat is also there, where I'll be coming and teaching. Vandana पूछेगी कोलकाता क्यों नहीं?
Always my same. I have the same question.
अगर होगा तो भी होगा. मुझे पता है जब तूने अनम्यूट किया कि कोलकाता क्यों नहीं.
That has always been my question to you, and since the time I have connected to you, this has always come up.
Maybe that will also happen very soon. होगा. हाँ पूजा.
माँ, ये सितंबर में जो बैच स्टार्ट हो रहा है हमारा हुडू का, वो सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस कब तक के लिए है ये?
अभी भी चल रहा है. Today also someone from this group only asked, can I come and join? I have said yes, you can come to Chennai. They've asked me the address. We will book the tickets. I said okay, book the tickets. Vika का सिर्फ एक स्टूडेंट बाकी है. So Vika के लिए once that student is over, we will start taking registrations for the March batch. हुडू का अभी 15 लोग और कर सकते हैं ज्वाइन ऑनलाइन के द्वारा.
ऑलराइट. और माँ, मुझे बताना था कि मेरा ओबताला क्यों आया है. आज मुझे कॉन्सेप्ट और क्लियर हुआ है.
She was the one whom I had initiated for Obatala, and she was wondering why Obatala. So that's why I said, maybe she will come to know why Obatala.
थैंक यू माँ.
Thank you.
दी, मेरा एक सवाल था
हाँ
प्लीज.
जी, हाँ जी.
दीदी मेरा एक सवाल है, अगर मतलब मैं वुडू सीखती
Someone else
हूँ
also
और
said, who said दीदी? Two of you said.
प्रेरणा.
ऋतु.
प्रेरणा.
हाँ, प्रेरणा रुक जा. ऋतु तू पूछ ले, फिर प्रेरणा पूछ लेगी. बोलो.
हाँ दीदी, मेरे को ये पूछना था, अगर हुडू और विका दोनों मतलब साथ में ही करना है कि एक एक भी कर सकते हैं कि
एक एक भी कर सकते हैं.
सो अगर मतलब मुझे हुडू और विका दोनों करना है मार्च के लिए, तो इफ आई डू द एप्लीकेशन टुडे, तो इफ देयर इज ओनली वन प्लेस तो विल गो फॉर मार्च.
हाँ, there's only one place, it will go for March. And if you're lucky enough, then you will be selected for the September. Hoodoo you can do in September also. Vika ka only one place is left now.
अच्छा, ओके. सो दोनों में मतलब व्हाट वास्ट डिफरेंस है क्या?
हाँ, विका इज कंप्लीट. मैंने वही बोला ना आज तन्वी को कि आई विल पुट दैट वीडियो. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन हुडू एंड विका. मैं 2-3 वीडियोस विका के डालूंगी ताकि यू ऑल विल गेट एन आइडिया.
बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट टू डू बोथ, सो आई वॉज जस्ट प्लानिंग कि मैं अगर दोनों करना चाह रही हूँ तो अभी एप्लीकेशन डाल दूं, फिर मार्च में आप जैसे गाइड करो, या पर्सनली करना या ऑनलाइन करना, बिकॉज आई एम ओके, इट इज योर एनर्जी, एनीथिंग इज गुड.
विका पर्सनली ही करना पड़ेगा. हुडू यू कैन डू ऑनलाइन. विका पर्सनली ही करना पड़ेगा एटलीस्ट एक दिन के लिए. जैसे मैंने बोला, आप एक काम करो ऋतु, आफ्टर द क्लास यू कनेक्ट विद मी, आई विल गाइड यू थ्रू क्या करना है करके.
ओके, ठीक है दीदी. हाँ, थैंक यू.
यस दीपा.
नहीं मैम, आपने वो प्रेरणा को बोला था ना क्वेश्चन पूछने के लिए, उनके बाद पूछती.
मैं भूल गई. बोलो प्रेरणा.
दी, मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि हुडू अगर हम ऑनलाइन करते हैं तो उसके टाइमिंग्स क्या रहेंगे?
मैं स्लाइड अभी डालूंगी. इट इज इन द मॉर्निंग 11 to 2 एंड अगेन इन द इवनिंग्स इट विल बी दैट, बट द वीडियोस विल बी पोस्टेड. वी विल मेक अ फेसबुक ग्रुप जहां पर हम लोग सारे वीडियोस भी डालेंगे ताकि पीपल हु कैन नॉट अटेंड द होल डे सेशन कैन वॉच इट लेटर एंड क्लियर द डाउट्स. एंड वैसे भी मेरा एक परमानेंट ग्रुप रहता ही है जिसमें सारे हुडू के स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं. दे क्लियर देयर डाउट्स इन फ्यूचर ऑल्सो. So if you're not able to attend any one particular session, you can always watch the video.
No, as you know, I'm working in the school, so my timings is from 7:30 till 5.
तो फिर आपको
इस
वीडियो
वजह-
देखना पड़ेगा रात को.
ओके, ठीक है दी. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू. हाँ दीपा बोलो.
मैम, मुझे आपने जो एग वाला क्लेंजिंग प्रोसेस बताया उसका ही पूछना है कि अगर 13 टाइम्स मैंने वो कर दिया एंड नाउ आई हैव पुट इट इन अ पेपर बैग एंड आई एम थ्रोइंग इट ऑन द क्रॉस रोड, अगर वो डालते वक्त मुझे एग क्रैकिंग की आवाज आती है तो क्या मुझे घर पे आके फिर से करना है? वो चलता है ना?
वो चलता है. दैट इज
ओके. ओके, इज देयर एनी स्पेसिफिक टाइम? उसी टाइम पे हमें जाके क्रॉस रोड पे वो डालना है?
नहीं, यू कैन गो व्हेन यू आर गोइंग आउट एंड आल्सो थ्रो इट इन.
एनी टाइम इन द डे, इन द नाइट, आफ्टरनून, कभी भी? थर्ड क्वेश्चन इज लाइक क्रॉस रोड पे आई हैव नॉट done a lot of offering.
Not necessary crossroad. As you're going, even if there's a dustbin in the side, this you can throw it in the dustbin also. Crossroad will work good if there is no, if you cannot do it in crossroad, you can even throw it in any dustbin. अपने घर के कचरे में नहीं डालना है. That you have to be very clear.
Okay.
और आप डाल सकते हैं.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
हाँ जी लक्षिता.
Ma'am, this has to be done only once, or I can do it 2-3 times. अगर
You
मुझे ऐसे फील होता है, because right now you know my situation.
तू एक
क्या
बार करेगी ना तो खुद मुझे मैसेज करके बोलेगी द चेंज दैट यू आर सीइंग, बट इफ
मैम
यू
सुबह सुबह से बीमार हूँ, नजर लग रही है, ऐसे बोल रहे हैं
वो
सब।
तो पर मेरी नजर लगी होगी जब तूने वो फोटो भेजा था, मुझे लगा कि नजर उतारनी चाहिए तेरी, बाकियों के तो छोड़, मेरी ही लगी होगी कल तेरी फोटो देख के, बट तू उतार ले, यू विल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस.
ठीक है मैम, ओके, थैंक यू।
But yes, again answering to Lakshita's question, you can even do it on every month Amavasya day for the whole month ka protection. Okay? Yes, Naina?
You mentioned about crossroads. Okay, so even for the offerings, I am living in a place where offerings to be done in crossroads is not possible. Like everywhere nowadays, it's camera and all. So what are the options?
You will put it in a brown paper bag, and when you're going somewhere in the corner, you can put and go, but don't put it near your house. Go a little further down, go a little further away, and then keep it in go.
And this is another general doubt regarding the offering. When we do offerings for these deities, okay, those things we have to be done at the crossroads, right? When we do
Yes,
offerings.
but if it is not possible, because now see, people who stay abroad, in abroad, it is not possible to do crossroads offerings. So
Yes.
what they do, wherever they have this garbage bins kept, there in outside or near the garbage bin, they keep and go.
Offerings also.
Yes, because abroad you cannot go and keep in the crossroad.
Yeah.
You will be fined a bomb. Your whole month's salary will go off in that only, and then on top of that, you will be kept under whatever is that surveillance or vigilance or whatever it is. So it's not possible. You can even put it in running water.
Okay. Okay.
Running water also you can do.
Okay.
Vandana, the offerings what she's talking about is usually for certain gods, goddesses. We do Hoodoo में जैसे advanced Hoodoo में हम लोग सिखाते हैं क्या क्या offerings रखनी चाहिए and फिर वो crossroads में रख के आता है. So that type of offerings. तो जब advanced सीखेगी तो उसमें तुझे पता चल जाएगा क्या क्या offerings होती है. ठीक है? Yes, पूजा.
माँ एक छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट है जो मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप क्लियर कर दो कि क्योंकि बहुत लोगों को ऐसा लगता है हुडू नाम सुन के ना बहुत लोग डर जाते हैं, वो हुडू प्रैक्टिशनर है, कुछ करते हैं ब्लैक मैजिक दिस दैट ब्ला ब्ला.
कभी
तो
भी एक चीज याद रखो, हुडू में ब्लैक मैजिक नहीं कर सकते, हुडू में ब्लैक मैजिक निकाल सकते हैं. वही मैंने बोला, the term dolls, the term nails, brings in such negative vibes. As I said, in Hoodoo, the doll helps you in healing. The doll helps you in bringing in the money. Wherein, when you take the process of other Voodoo, in Voodoo you can do a harmful doll. But here we don't do. In fact, in Voodoo, we do only dolls which will heal us, which will heal things for us, for things to come to us. So Hoodoo is not black magic at all.
थैंक यू माँ.
Thank you. Yes, Jyotsna.
मैम आपने बोला कि अमावस पर कर सकते हैं, तो कैन वी डू इट फॉर consecutively for 11 days या something, only once you have to
Jyotsna, this is so powerful that even doing for one day itself will give you beautiful results. That's the
Okay.
reason I'm saying you don't need to do so many times.
ठीक है.
Okay.
ठीक है मैम.
Yes, Shakti.
Two questions, ma'am. जैसे I have kids, so can I take the egg and I rotate on my kids?
Person, one egg. Now, if you're doing for you, you will first finish for you, then you'll do for your kids separately. You cannot use the same egg for all of them.
Okay. Second question, are we also like जैसे कि आपने बताया dolls, तो is dolls and servitors connected or are they different?
Dolls and
Servitors.
no, they are different. They are not connected.
Okay. So are we learn? I mean, will we also learn about servitors?
No, we will be making the Hoodoo. We will work only with doll magic.
Okay.
Hanji. Any other doubts? हाँ पूजा.
मैं एक और मुझे डाउट है कि जैसे कोई हमारी मोडालिटी से नहीं है, जैसे सपोज हम हीलर्स हैं या विकन्स हैं, तो कोई नॉर्मल अगर सीखना चाहे तो भी सीख सकता है.
Yes, anyone and everyone can learn Hoodoo.
And there is no age criteria as such.
No.
Because it's safe.
Yes. Even a 10-year-old child can learn Hoodoo.
Oh, that's great. Radhika is saying मैं भी.
हाँ, उसको लेके आ जाओ, मैं सिखा दूंगी उसको.
वो पहले से ही आपसे सीखना चाहती है सब कुछ.
लेके आ जाओ, सिखा दो.
जी, thank you.
Thank you. Any other doubts? Okay, so now we will go to the next part. Again, I'm muting you all, and then I will tell you all the next thing. Now, the next one which I have kept here is basically a money mojo bag, which you can do. As I explained in the first video, in Hoodoo, we work only with red mojo bags. So here also you will have to have a red mojo bag. Okay. Now, what you will do is whenever you're making this mojo bag, you will stand facing the east, or you will sit facing the east and make the mojo bag. So if opposite is your east wall, you'll be sitting like this or standing like this facing the east, and then only you will do the mojo bag. That's the first rule you need to remember. You will need high john, H-I-G-H, high john. You'll need a buckside, B-U-C-K-S, buckside. You will need a lucky hand root and any of your personal belongings. Now, it can be your ring, it can be your nail, fingernail, it can be anything, but something which is your personal belonging. In fact, for example, if you like a particular sort of a perfume, then that perfume also you can spray on that mojo bag, because it will know that this mojo bag belongs to so and so. Okay. Now, what you will do is, in fact, you can even put any pendant which you have been using for quite some time, वो भी आप add कर सकते हो इसमें. ठीक है. After that, what you will do is, I have written the prayer. That prayer you will have to say 3 times. So आप हाथ में मोजो बैग को पकड़ के east facing खड़े होके, when you're putting the things, for each thing you will say this prayer 3 times. Money comes like a river. Money comes like a river. I seek blessings in this bag. With blessings of my ancestors, money comes to me. This is your first prayer, which you'll say 3 times for each and every ingredient, and then you will put it inside the mojo bag. After you put inside the mojo bag, you will have to show the smoke of bay leaf and cinnamon to the pouch. So you will take a small cup, you will put little charcoal, or you will put little camphor, and you'll put small pieces of bay leaf and the cinnamon piece in that, and the smoke will come. You will show the smoke on the bag. Now, this smoke showing process has to be done for 7 days. All right. And in that 7 days, you will have to read the Psalm 72, P-S-A-L-M. Now, online in Google, if you just type P-S-A-L-M Psalm space 72, 72, you will get the prayer. That Psalm 72, every day 7 times, you have to say the prayer when you're showing the smoke in the mojo bag, and you'll have to do this for 7 days. How do you energize this mojo bag regularly later on? This mojo bag should be kept hidden if you're doing it for yourself. Even if you're doing it for a client, you should tell the client to keep it hidden. Now, if you're doing it for a client, you will ask them on every 15 days once to spray their own favorite perfume spray on the bag, and then again keep it hidden. Okay, if you're doing it for yourself, you will use the same spray, and you can send them the Psalm 72 prayer, and you can tell them once in 15 days to tell that prayer 1 time, holding it in the hand and using the spray, the perfume spray. It's a very powerful and a very useful one, mojo bag, which is a giri bag, which you can do. Okay, I'll unmute you all. You can ask your doubts one by one, but okay. Hanji, pucho. Any doubt, please put your hands up first, then we will go. Doubts nahi hai? Arey wah. Matlab, I teach nicely. That's a good sign that I'm teaching nicely. So no doubts. Can I go to the next one? Chalo, theek hai. Next one is my हाँ बोलो हाँ दीपा पता चलो किसी ने तो डाउट पूछा.
मैम मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन है कि जब हम मोजो बैग्स बनाते हैं उसको कितने टाइम अपने पास रखना है, जब हमें कब पता चलेगा कि दिस इज डन?
Energy of the mojo bag gets over, वो अपने आप फट जाता है. It will tear or it will go missing.
Oh.
Then you know that the energy is over, and then you make the fresh one.
Okay. So we don't have to do anything कि अभी ये खत्म हो गया तो इसको डिस्कार्ड करो.
Nothing.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. No more doubts? ठीक है. So now I will again mute you all. I am going to go next to my favorite, the Yamaya. Now, this Yamaya ritual is done on a Friday evening. You can do this ritual for any one particular wish which you want to do. Believe me, Yamaya is a beautiful, beautiful priest, Orisha goddess. Yamaya came in my life first, and that is how I actually developed interest in orishas and in the hoodoo. And later on, when I was in Alayu, when I was in my starting days, Yamaya was my orisha. Later on, my father Orisha, mother Orisha were all different, because we don't tell the father Orisha and mother Orisha openly. We just tell whoever is your basic Orisha on the first level, you can tell others. So Yamaya was my Orisha on my starting days. So what you do is, first thing, listen up clearly. You will take a large bowl, a glass bowl, and you will fill it with water, and you will put salt, because that will represent it as the sea water, because she is a goddess who lives in the sea or in the beach water. So it is basically salt water. So aap ek bowl mein pani you will put, and you will put little bit of salt, and then you will mix it and you will keep it. And you will need blue colored candles, 3 blue colored candles with a large bowl of water and salt. You will have 3 coconuts, okay, 3 full coconuts, 3 coconuts, 3 candies. When I say candies, not fruit and nut chocolate, not dairy milk chocolate, no. Elegua loves all these khatta meeta candies, mango, maza, all that type of candies. So something in that, or like Fox's Glacier Mint. So that type of candies is what you give. So 3 candies, 3 pennies, and 3 coconuts, and you'll get a watermelon. Okay, now you cut the watermelon into half, because inside that watermelon only your petition will go. Okay, you'll cut the watermelon into half. You will, first thing what you'll do is you'll keep the coconuts, you'll keep the bowl of water, you'll keep the candles, everything. And first thing you will do is you will call on Elegua, because Elegua is the gatekeeper. Only when he opens the gate, the Yamaya will come. Without him, Yamaya will not come. So you will call on Elegua and say, I offer the 3 coconuts to you. I offer the 3 candies to you. I offer the 3 pennies to you to open the door and to bring the Yamaya to me. This is what you will say, and you will show him the offerings, that these are the offerings for you, which I'm keeping for you. All right. Then what you will do is you will burn the blue candle, and from the blue candle, you will visualize a blue light. And you will, if you don't even visualize, it's okay. Just look at the blue light, blue candle, you will feel some blue sort of energy, some cool energy, some beautiful energy coming near you. You will feel its presence. All right. Now, when you feel that presence, what you will do is you will tell to Yamaya, Yamaya, my mother, bless me. Accept my offering. Watermelon is the offering for Yamaya, all right, which I said you will scoop and keep. Bless me, accept my offering, fulfill my wish, accept the request of mine, oh my dear Yamaya. Ashe Yamaya, Ashe Yamaya, Ashe Yamaya. All right. Now, what do we do? When you scoop the watermelon, you will write your petitions and put it inside that, and then you will close it again with the balance of the fruit. समझ में आपने scoop किया, petitions अंदर रखे, you will write it in papers and you will keep it. Now the paper should either be a proper virgin sheet parchment paper or a brown paper bag in which you can write small, specifically work on one wish, and then cover it with the rest of the watermelon, and then you leave it in running water or you leave it in the crossroads. It's up to you. If you do this for 7 days, it is said that in 7 days, she shows you the way where you can achieve that wish of yours. That powerful is Yamaya. But for all the 7 days, you'll have to do the watermelon and 3. So basically, 21 coconuts on the whole, every day 3 coconuts, 3 pennies, and 3 candies, and watermelon half. So you can use one watermelon 2 times. Understood how it is done? And the prayer is a must. First, you call on Elegua, you tell him, and then you call on Yamaya. Now, after you tell her the prayer and everything, then you tell Elegua, you can take Yamaya back, and I thank you for taking the time out to bring Yamaya to me. And you can say, Yamaya, Ashe Yamaya, thank you for coming in and seeing my request and going, and I thank you for making the wish to happen. And then you end it with Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right. Now I will unmute you all. If you have doubts, you can ask me. Yes, Shweta.
Ma'am, I want to ask, every time after the process is done, we have to keep the coconuts, candies, everything on the crossroads along with the watermelon?
Yes, crossroads or in the running water you will have to put. That's why I said you will need a total of 21 coconuts at least if you're doing it for 7 days.
Okay, the 3 pennies, yani coins.
Anji, coins.
Any coin.
Any coin, 5 rupee coin, 10 rupee coin, whichever coin you want.
Okay. And ma'am, I wanted to ask, the giri bag, after it's like completed, what do you do with the bag?
You keep it hidden with you. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can always take it out once in 15 days, and you can put your perfume and again keep it back. Yes, Shri, you can share the prayer with others. I am okay to sharing the knowledge with others also, not an issue.
And like after you want to like make a new bag, what do you do with the old bag?
See, as I said, old bag will always tear on its own, and then only you can make the new bag.
Okay, so then the old tone bag, what do you do with that?
You discard it in the running water.
Running water. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Shri, the video will come back again. You can see, and then you can repeat the prayer. हाँ जी ज्योत्सना.
मैम आई लिव इन दिल्ली और यहाँ पर पानी में इट्स नॉट अलाउ कि आप डाल दो या कुछ.
क्रॉसरोड्स डाल दो.
तो मैम अगर किसी ने देख लिया देन
वो तो आपको थोड़ा टेक्निकली थोड़ा देर से जाना पड़ेगा, ऐसा कुछ करना पड़ेगा, तो थोड़ा दूर इंटीरियर जाके डाल के आना पड़ेगा.
तो मैम 7 कोकोनट्स एंड 7 ही वाटरमेलन रहेंगे.
नहीं, वाटरमेलन आप एक वाटरमेलन 2 दिन के लिए यूज कर सकते हो, बट कोकोनट्स आपको हर दिन 3 पूरे कोकोनट्स यूज करने हैं.
दैट ब्राउन वाला और अंदर से मतलब जो व्हाइट होता है जिसकी चटनी बनती.
हाँ
ठीक
जी,
ठीक
वही वाला.
ठीक है मैम. ठीक है.
यस प्रेरणा.
मैम क्रॉस रोड मीन्स चौराहा.
हाँ जी.
ओके, एंड चौराहे में बीच में रखना है कि किनारे में भी रख
नहीं
सकते
नहीं,
हैं?
किनारे में, कॉर्नर में.
ओके, थैंक यू मैम.
हाँ चल.
सो एनी ऑफ द कॉर्नर्स राइट?
यस
बीच
यस,
में,
एनी कॉर्नर्स, एनी कॉर्नर्स.
लेफ्ट राइट कोई भी. ओके.
Ma, what has to be done of that water? Oh, salt water.
आप अपने इसमें प्लांट्स में डाल सकते हो, या तो फिर आप अपने घर के बाहर भी डाल सकते
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
हो. थैंक यू. एनी अदर डाउट्स? यस दीपा.
मैम मुझे ये पूछना था, जैसे अभी उन्होंने हिंदी में बोला चौराहा, क्रॉस रोड्स, यानी कि ऐसे 4 डायरेक्शन में रोड जा रहे हैं. अगर ऐसा हमारे आसपास जहाँ पे मैं रहती हूँ सिर्फ 4 डायरेक्शन वाला नहीं है, बट देयर आर 3 डायरेक्शंस,
In Hoodoo,
वैसे जगह पे भी?
in Hoodoo, 3-directional roads can also be used.
ओके. एंड इन विका या अदर जो हम सीखते हैं उसमें?
विका में हम लोग क्रॉस रोड्स में नहीं डालते, विका में हम लोग खा जाते हैं. विका में हेकाटे को मैं इसलिए तो गार्लिक चीज के साथ रखती हूँ ताकि मैं खा सकूं, वरना मैं क्यों रखूंगी उसको. वो ऐसे वो देखेगी और मैं खाऊंगी. उसने खाया, मैंने खाया, सब एक ही बात है.
ओके.
बोलो मुकला.
पिंकी जी, ये वी हैव टू डू 7 days कंटिन्यूअसली और 7 Fridays कर सकते हैं हम?
आप 7 Fridays भी कर सकते हो if you are not able to do continuously.
या ओके. थैंक यू.
Any other doubts? ठीक है, तो अभी आई विल. हाँ बोलो ज्योत्सना.
मैम आई होप इसमें पीरियड्स का तो कोई रिलेशन नहीं
नहीं
है.
नहीं नहीं, कुछ नहीं है. यमाया खुद लेडी गॉडेस है, तो उसमें क्या है, कुछ भी. हाँ जी लक्षिता.
मैम मैं ना ट्रैवल करती रहती हूँ, लाइक समटाइम्स आई स्टे समवेयर एट मॉम्स प्लेस, समटाइम्स एट माय हाउस. तो मैं अगर कंटिन्यू करूँ तो एक ही जगह पर करना है कंटिन्यू, कि कहीं भी कर सकती हूँ?
बाहर से भी कर सकते.
थैंक
यू. Any doubts? ठीक है, चलो. So now again I'm going to mute you all. हाँ बोलो लक्षिता.
Nothing ma'am, no, nothing done. I will just thank you.
Now I will explain to you all a simple protection spell first before we go to one more last one. Protection spell के लिए आप लोग को चाहिए Psalm 91. PSALM Psalm space 91. 91. Psalm 91 is the most powerful psalms for protection. It is protection from evil spirits, black magic, negativity, whatever you say. It is protection from everything. And you will need certain herbs. Agar nahi hai, so what you can, I will first tell you of the herbs needed. Bay leaf, okay, rosemary, BAYLEAF, bay leaf, rosemary, angelica, 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 rue, 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 slippery elm, SLIPPERY, slippery, ELM, L. These are the herbs you will need. If you don't have 1 or 2 herbs, it's perfectly fine. Now what you will do is, there are 3 things which you will do. You will write the psalm in one paper, okay, and then you will put these herbs inside it and fold it 3 times towards you. 1, 2, and 3. 3 folds towards you. All right, and then you can keep it under the pillow. You can even put it in a talisman and wear it, and you can do it with you. One more way what people do in abroad is they keep it under their right shoe when they walk, so that they are not harmed in anything. मतलब अपने राइट शू के अंदर डालते हैं और उसके अंदर पैर रख के फिर वो लोग चलते हैं. Now, one more thing what you can do is what I basically do is I use these herbs, I boil the water, and when I'm adding this in the water, now there are totally I have said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 herbs, right? तो मैं पांचों herbs को जब डालती हूँ मैं वो साम 91 5 बार बोलती हूँ, एक एक herb के लिए एक एक बार बोलती हूँ और वो herb उसके अंदर डालती हूँ, and then I bring it to a boil, and then I use that water around my house also, and also as a bathing water. Sometimes what I do is I make it as a protection spray. I put these and I soak it in vodka, the clear alcohol basically. I soak it in clear alcohol. Now those who stay in a state or a country where alcohol is prohibited, you can use distilled water, which is called as the battery water. In that distilled water also, you can soak these for 7 days, and then you can strain it and then you can use it. Clear? But again, I don't have the herbs, I don't have the time to do anything. Every day morning, even if you say this Psalm 91 one time, no, it is equal for you to have amazing protection in your life. Okay, I will unmute you all. You can just ask your doubts. Hanji.
Ma'am, how many times do we need to say?
5 times if you're using 5 herbs, 4 times if you're using 4 herbs. If no herbs, then only 1 time.
Thank you, ma'am.
लक्षिता डाउट है कि पिछली बार का जो हाथ उठाया था वो है? ठीक है. एनी डाउट्स? चलो, मेरे भी लैपटॉप का भी बैटरी गया. आई एम म्यूटिंग यू ऑल एंड आई विल जस्ट टेल यू ऑल one more tip, the last tip for Oshun, because I love working with Oshun. This is a money honey pot. Basically, it's called as the money honey pot, the one which I have done. What I do is for offering for Oshun, I keep 5 oranges and 5 coins. Okay, now that is basically, this is the offering which will go to the crossroad. And then I'll keep 1 coconut for whom? For Elegua, along with candies and pennies, because Elegua has to be called on, right? Now, what I will do is in a bowl, I'll put honey. Any honey is okay, organic, non-organic, and then I will put golden coins. Now when I say golden coins, you get this 5 rupee ka golden coin, wo dal sakte ho. Now you get this 10 rupee gold and white ka coin, wo dal sakte ho. So basically color should be golden. So 5 golden coins, 5 cinnamon sticks, 5 nutmegs in a bowl of honey, and then 1 coconut, as I said, I'm going to keep for the Elegua with candies and pennies, and 5 oranges and 5 coins separately for Oshun. Then what I will do is in the bowl, as I'm going to call, first I'll say the process is same. First you will call on Elegua like previous time, and you will tell him please bring Oshun. Now when the Oshun comes, what you will do is ये जो oranges है उसमें से आप एक orange अलग निकालोगे, ठीक है? 5 oranges separately, 1 orange अलग से आप रखोगे. उस orange को खोल के आप थोड़ा थोड़ा करके उस honey में डालते जाओगे. All right. Now when you are putting it, you will tell Oshun that you are thinking that this is the fruit which she has given, and you're putting it as a blessing inside the honey. Okay, once you are done fully, now when you're putting this inside, you will tell her your financial needs also. Like for example, I have a loan to finish which is 5 lakhs. You will have to help me finishing the loan. Or I want a monthly earning of say 50,000 rupees. Whatever is your financial needs, आप पूरा उनको list बोलोगे. उसके बाद आप उनको बोलोगे कि अभी के लिए I am offering you these 5 oranges and these 5 coins. But whatever wish I have spoken to you today, if it is fulfilled, I will boil 5 sweet potatoes and I will offer it in the crossroads, because Oshun's favorite offering is oranges and sweet potatoes. तो आप उसको टेम्प्ट करोगे या ब्राइब करोगे या जो भी हम लोग बोलते हैं वो करोगे और बोलोगे कि मेरा काम करने पे मैं तुमको 5 स्वीट पोटैटोज उबाल के क्रॉसरोड्स में रख दूंगी. And ये जो आप honey pot बना रहे हो, you can even make it in a glass bowl which has a closing, and then you can close it and keep it. And you can do once in 15 days, just burn a yellow candle on top of that or next to it and energize it. And whenever you are energizing it with that 1 candle, keep just 1 orange as an offering, 1 orange and 1 coin, and वो आप जब भी बाहर जाते हो discard कर देना. ठीक है? अभी I will unmute you all. You can ask me the doubts. हाँ जी, any doubts?
मैम मेरा डाउट ये है कि जैसे हम ये चौराहे पे रखते हैं
हाँ जी.
तो ये रास्ता तो मेरे घर के थोड़ा आगे से जाता है,
हाँ
तो
जी,
वहां रख सकती हूँ क्योंकि वहां तो
हाँ
मेरा बार बार आना जाना रहेगा।
रख सकते हो, क्यों नहीं रख सकते हो।
क्योंकि ऐसा बोला जाता है कि कहीं चौराहे पे आप कुछ ऐसा रखते हो, मुड़ के तो नहीं देखो लेकिन उधर जाओ भी मत, ऐसा मैंने सुना है।
तो का ऐसा कोई भी कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, आप रख सकते हो।
ओके, थैंक यू मैम।
एनी
3
अदर।
राह में भी रख सकते हैं ना हम लोग,
कहाँ पर,
चौराहा
कहाँ
ना
पर?
हो तो 3।
क्लोज दिस डोर, क्लोज दिस डोर। कहाँ पर?
टी जंक्शन जो होता है, 3 राह
हाँ
जो होता है ना।
हाँ, 3 राह में भी रख सकते हो।
थैंक यू मैम।
हाँ जी, यस मुकुला।
पिंकी जी, ये ऑरेंज इसका नहीं समझ में आया, लाइक वी हैव टू पील या उसको हमको साइड में रखना है?
नहीं, 5 ऑरेंज अलग ऑफरिंग में रखोगे, एक और ऑरेंज अपने साथ रखोगे, और आप
ओके
ओशुन से जब बात करें, ऑरेंज छील के छोटा छोटा ऑरेंज का टुकड़ा हनी के अंदर डालते जाओगे, और आप उनसे बात करते जाओगे कि मुझे दिस इज माय फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज, दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट इन फाइनेंसेस टू गेट सॉर्टेड।
ओके, जो एक्स्ट्रा वाला 6 वाला ऑरेंज है उसमें से
हाँ
करेंगे।
जी, हाँ जी।
ओके ओके, गॉट इट।
यस शक्ति।
मैम ये जो 5 सिनेमम स्टिक्स है, नटमेग है, ये सभी हनी में जाएगा, राइट?
यस, ऑल these things will go to the honey.
ओके ओके। एंड लाइक हमें एवरी लाइक 15 डेज में इसको हमें एक्टिवेट करना है येलो कैंडल डाल के, एंड ये हमें कंटिन्यू ही करना है लाइक फॉर अ ईयर और समथिंग लाइक दैट।
You can keep continuing, money will keep flowing. When, for example, now if you have set a particular desire, my loan has to get over. Now once that loan is getting over, you will be keeping the sweet potatoes. You can also leave this honey jar and come in the crossroads.
ओके 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 मैम, ठीक है, थैंक यू।
So I hope you all enjoyed the session. I will be sharing the video by today night or tomorrow morning. 1 minute, huh? Jyotsna and Naina, 1 minute. I'll just finish it. I'll be sharing the video by today night or tomorrow morning. You can watch it. एंड डिटेल सब आज रात को डाल दूंगी, विका के बारे में, हुडू के बारे में सब डाल दूंगी, ठीक है। हाँ ज्योत्सना बोलो।
मैम, till when can we register for this class?
हुडू पूछ रहे हो कि विका पूछ रहे हो?
मैम, विका, सॉरी, हुडू।
हुडू के लिए अभी और 15 पीपल हैं, तो आप एक हफ्ते 10 दिन में कर लो रजिस्ट्रेशन।
एंड मैम, इफ वी कम टू चेन्नई, सो हमें अपना अरेंजमेंट रहने वहने का सब खुद देखना है।
आप एक काम करो ज्योत्सना, क्लास के बाद आप मुझे मैसेज करो, मैं आपको गाइड करूंगी कैसे कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है, ठीक है मैम। हाँ
हाँ जी, यस नैना।
Ma'am, you used to bring Pombagira candles, Erzuli Freda. All these are voodoo deities.
Erzuli is voodoo. Pombagira will come under hoodoo.
Voodoo, okay.
Erzuli is voodoo.
Voodoo, okay. So I am working with Pombagira candle. Your Pombagira candle is giving beautiful, beautiful results.
Anyways, you and Deepa will come for hoodoo, not now, but later you both will come. So that is why Pombagira came off before itself for you, Naina. So don't worry. Maybe this year Vika, next year something else.
Okay, but I don't know how to do the offerings like right now.
No, the candles which we are sending you, you are not doing with the proper methodology. You don't call on Elegua, you don't do that rituals. So offerings is not needed.
Okay, with Pombagira we don't have to do offerings.
वो जो offerings are, वो जो once हो जाता है वो बस cross road में रखोगे बस है. There's no calling on them and keeping them. कैंडल कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ अलग होता है, हुडू कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ अलग होता है. दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग.
ओके,
यस दीपा।
मैम एक्चुअली मेरे पास पोमागिरा तो नहीं आए हैं, बट मेरे पास एर्जुली आए, एर्जुली फ्रेडा, एंड आई एम कनेक्टिंग टू हर. whenever I am meditating on her, I see an image and it's very beautiful image. तो बट उनकी जो ऑफरिंग है, मेरा भी सेम क्वेश्चन था नैना के जैसे, दैट हाउ डू वी डू ऑन द क्रॉस रोड्स, बिकॉज वेर आई लिव यहाँ पे टी जंक्शन है, बट क्रॉस रोड्स आर यहाँ मेरे घर के आसपास नहीं.
जंक्शन में भी रख सकते हो. इन हुडू थ्री क्रॉसरोड्स इज अलाउड. द टी
Oh.
जंक्शन आर अलाउड.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू मैम.
सो दीदी, ये जो टी जंक्शन है, अगर वो टी जंक्शन में ऑन योर लेफ्ट साइड पीपल का पेड़ है, चलेगा ना?
हाँ चलेगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मेरे घर के सामने नीम का पेड़ है, मैं वहां पर ही ऑफरिंग्स रखती हूँ क्योंकि मेरा टी जंक्शन ही है, तो इसलिए वहां पर ही रखती हूँ मैं.
थैंक यू दी.
चलो, you guys take care and then I shall post the video and the details, everything I'll post. ठीक है, चलो, bye.
बाय, थैंक यू माँ. बाय
बाय माँ, थैंक यू.
बाय मैम,
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू। Thank you, ma'am.